Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hello, we're here. Sorry, we're late in Met Gala. You want to know what's really funny?
That's
I feel
overkill.
like I feel. Well, Shane said it first. I feel like Disparu and I were more Disparu more than all three of us were really just into that because with DMs.
I just like
it was
the
could you
freak
see the
show.
funny. I know, but I just feel like we're it's just really funny because
This is not rating their costumes.
No,
this
no,
is
no.
what are you doing, you weird, freaky lunatics.
So the weird.
You don't need some kind of fashion show. You need an asylum.
Absolutely.
I would not let these people outside.
The crazy part is it's not just the actor, actress, whoever that decided to let you out of the door. They have stylists, they have managers, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, kids, mothers,
That's the
fathers, and they
thing.
let them out.
Well,
They pay people to make sure they don't look ridiculous, and somehow they come out looking worse than you and I. We look better just in jeans and a t-shirt than they do in some of this stuff, and it's just crazy to me because just a little black dress with a little red lip,
because
and you'd be
there is a
killing it, but
theme.
no, they gotta
So
come
if you
out looking
remember last year was
garden or something, right? Garden party.
No, it was black something or other, black dandies or something, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. I can't keep up with that. They've had
Or what's a
camp,
dandy?
Yeah, we had to
Dandy.
Google it.
That's right.
There's always a theme, and this one seems to be sort of either moments from history or art pieces and stuff. And some of them tried to do more of a message than others. I particularly like the Eat the Rich one. But you got Rachel Zegler coming out and be like, "No, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm just a teenage girl victim." And even in that, she comes back once every few months just to remind you how annoying she is.
Yes.
You
want to know?
Point in life.
There's a creator that you guys have seen him before. He did great with the Blake Lively and the Sydney Sweeney stuff.
Oh my gosh.
He really, I feel like he captured Rachel Zegler better than Rachel Zegler. And it's funny because he did this immediately, and people in the comments are like, "No, the body's still warm," because he did it immediately. He said, "This is Rachel Zegler at the Met Gala."
Oh my god. I honestly, I think it made it worse, the fact that she was blindfolded, because where else could we look if not for her eyes?
Actually, I wanted to show something before we did that, but there is the different clip of her which shows her entire body. And if you see her entire body, then she's even more annoying. And I don't know how this is possible, but I think when you see the clip, you'll understand. She's got annoying shoulders. Now, you think no one's shoulders can piss you off, but everything about her body language, it's not just her chin. She is emoting with her entire body, not just her chin.
You broke the glass. The way she moves her hands. I mean, that's girls with fingernails, anyways. But
she's doing.
I'm
not shimming around. I'm trying to show off my
décolleté, shoulders, my traps.
You want to know what's funny? The guy I just showed too was a gay guy, and he's even the gays are
I'm not
mocking her.
surprised.
But even the gays
He
are
was
mocking
watching
her
the
now,
Met Gala.
What are you doing? That's true.
What does that say about you, Disparu?
Well, I saw the clips on Twitter. I wasn't actually. No, I had a different thing actually. Now this is
this one.
Oh, that was my favorite.
Slade, actually.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
But before we get to the Met Gala, I actually have some rare good news. Now, I know the world has been in a bit of a distraught kind of phase recently. People don't like their world leaders, don't like what's going on. But I think we have hope, and I am more than willing.
Disparu.
I am more than willing to submit to our future alien overlords. I'm just gonna announce that now. They come down in their Tic Tac spaceships, and it turns out that the aliens that have been visiting Earth are Bipedal, female form, humanoid, with female characteristics. These are feline. We basically got 5'4" petite cat girls from outer space coming to rule the earth.
Did the Scientologists write this?
I think the furries are the ones that.
This is from the. I believe this is from the UFO release that the Americans did.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, what?
and look, all I'm saying is, if they need international concubines as peace envoys, then that's a price I'm willing to pay.
What is a caudal appendage? I thought that sounded more like a male thing.
Well, I'm sure there is a female of the species. It says apparent gender female.
Caudal appendage. Oh, it's a tail.
You know
the
what?
The entity was temporarily detained, medically examined, and later released.
Are we sure they didn't capture Hasan?
Well, he's more of a French maid, from what I've gathered.
That's why the chat said that Mike will be happy. Got it.
Yeah, look, Elon promised us robot cat girls. It's too late now. We've got an upgrade already. Even before he's released them, they're already redundant.
Mickey knew. Mickey always knew. God dang.
He summoned them. He sent them Earth's coordinates.
Oh my God. He probably pushed out into space a message calling all cat girls, calling all maids. We're ready for you.
I've also got live footage of X-Ray Girl's first visit to America. I don't know whether she knew this was recorded at the time.
God.
It's my first time in Texas. I'm so hungry.
We should go to BJ's.
BJ's?
Oh.
Who?
What about In-N-Out?
In-N-Out?
What about Five Guys?
Five Guys? I'm really not into that stuff.
Why does America have so many weird, freaky food places? Like every single place is like.
Remember that interview? I forgot who she was interviewing. Someone from Marvel's. It was the two dudes, and she's like the Australian girl. She's like, "Oh yeah, I like Five Guys in the morning," or something like that. And I'm like, "Oh God, oh no, oh no."
There is a clip of Tim the Tatman saying, "If you don't like the taste of Five Guys in your mouth, I can't trust your judgment." There is no food outlet that should cause their customers to say that sentence.
Do you like single meat or double meat?
Apparently 5 of them. That's what I'm gathered.
Sorry, Wicked.
You're fine. I was just thinking about, Joey Fatone from NSYNC?
Yeah.
He's the fat one, and Fatone is how his name is spelled like fat one, actually. They
No.
call him the fat one. He's opening a restaurant at City Walk. I've never been to the hot dog place, but he's opening a restaurant called Fat Ones. And I was talking about it on the Midday Mixer, and I didn't mean to say that. And I was like, Jay, we should go try a fat one. And everyone on the panel was just quiet, and it took me a second to realize what I said, but that's what it's called. That's what it's called. I'm not, listen, it's everyone else's minds that are dirty. That's the name of the restaurant. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm gonna go.
Everyone else's minds.
What do you like more, Wicked? Five Guys or Fat Ones?
I'll have to let you know once I try.
Well, I mean, if you get a job at JP Morgan, you can understand this meme.
That must be hard for you, Ladybug. She's refraining right now.
This is one of my favorite memes of the decade. The JP Morgan. So you've got his fish head wife, and then you've got the boss and her massive cannons. And if you don't know the story, this will make sense to you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that story was wild. Oh man, we had so much going on last week.
Well, did you know that it's evolved more this week?
I actually
doubled down.
I knew Disparu would know. I'm like, let Disparu.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He doubled down. He brought his friends. He got like other Indians involved to back up his story, and they just started adding more accusations. It's like, when in doubt, just lie more.
When in doubt, just shut up. Oh my God, it's the best thing you could do. Promise.
It's so funny because I'll be doing something with Vera or something, and it'll be girl, whatever. No matter what the topic is, girly, something that you would not think Disparu knows. I'm like, let me ask Disparu. And she's like, he'll know. I'm like, he'll know.
Disparu knows all
if it's funny, I'll know.
That's what it usually is. But all right, back on Met Gala. This was all of us the other day on Twitter, because who watches the actual Met Gala? Me in my bed judging rich people's outfits at the Met Gala.
Yeah. And the crazy part is most, if not all, their outfits are, 4 figures plus, probably 5 figures realistically. It's crazy. I don't understand.
I have a whole we're just gonna dive through it because we have 20 tabs here that are just.
I wonder if I've got any that you don't have.
You might. These are the ones that you put in the group chat. So if you add any more,
I've definitely got others more than that.
It's Ian. He's just jealous he doesn't have an outfit like that.
No, this
he
guy
probably does though.
We do unfortunately have to take responsibility for giving you Matt Smith. Sorry, Sam Smith.
I was going to say Matt Smith. I love.
We like Matt Smith.
And this is Matt Smith's future. Who wants to stay in Hollywood? But this guy won one of our Pop Idol or Britain's Got Talent contests, and then just left here, went over to America, and turned into a weird
he's
freak.
Done really well, really.
He wasn't like this over here. He was just kind of camp and effeminate. Then he went over to America.
And he
something about that place turns him. Yeah.
It all makes sense.
I loved.
He kind of looks like someone shot him with an arrow in his head.
It does. It's supposed to be one of those feather caps from I don't know when that was, the 20s or the 30s, but
yeah. You know what? It looks like he's a drag queen about to take off his coat and then do a dance. And I know he's wearing these high AF heels too, because I was actually impressed. As a girl who loves heels, I don't even think I could wear those types of heels.
That's definitely not Sam Smith's worst outfit. I'll see if I can find his worst one.
He's
I got you. A couple. This, at least his body's covered. You'll appreciate that because there's some where his body's just really out there.
I don't know the.
Sam. Jay, hi. Says hi. I dress like that.
Pixar didn't happen.
Okay, so this is Sam Smith's worst outfit, I think.
Let's see.
It may not even be his most embarrassing. It's just a weird, freaky one.
Hold on.
Okay, it's not.
I mean, I don't know what he was trying for with this,
I think
but that is
to look
bizarre.
Like Cardi B with her bootay, or Kim Kardashian.
I think he's even got chest.
When Sam Smith is more feminine than some of the women out there.
Oh yeah,
wrong with the world.
It's true. This was funny. We should see. I should look it up.
What
is her audio off?
Suddenly it muted for me.
I thought it was me. Your audio sounds okay. You're
there you go. I think you were too far away from the mic as you were leaning over.
It sounded like you were underwater.
Yeah, I think she was just underneath the gate.
I was trying to mute this and it wasn't letting me.
What?
Oh no, you don't want to mute it because
Asmongold appearance.
Oh my god.
And Asmongold was asked about this and he's like, yeah, I didn't want to brag about being there, but I thought.
Well, no, I was trying to pause it because now it pauses. Thanks a lot, Twitter.
Sometimes it doesn't. There's a thing I have with Twitter videos and stuff. You have to refresh the page to pause them. I don't know why.
Yeah. It's something about sharing, I think.
Yeah.
No, I think it's copying them from the bookmarks tab and stuff that does it for me.
I think that's fine. I wanted to see did he react to it or he was just asked about it. He didn't react to it on stream because I know
Asmongold reacted to it.
He did. I should see if I can find it.
It wasn't much. He was just saying
he's such a good sport about everything. Did you see the meat canyon video where he does the creepy animations, and he did one of Hasan.
Is that the one where he had his own
Asmongold
golden pirate treasure in the background? And he was murdering, chasing XQC around. There's been a lot of Asmongold animations.
No, this one, the meat canyon one was making fun of the Hasan and Asmongold beef, and you see Hasan looking at it, and he looks all annoyed, and Asmongold's cracking up, and this is why he's better. He's got humor. The other one shouldn't even be on the internet.
Did you see what Hasan pulled this recently?
No. But Hasan has a lot more feminine energy than Asmongold for sure. I think dudes who can razz each other, the real ones.
Yes, absolutely. And I grew up like that, so it's when I'm around guys that can't take a joke and they get offended when I mess with them, I'm I can't talk to you.
Well, Asmongold's spoken about it.
Soft.
He's spoken about it before that he doesn't see himself on stream as a real person. He's an entertainer. So anything that you say, you're only saying to the things that he's already told you as an entertainer. So you don't actually know him personally. You don't know anything about him that he doesn't want you to know. So you can't really affect him in any way.
Yeah, that's I mean, that makes sense. I'm gonna put it in the private chat. I'm not sure if I can react to it. I'm sure I could, but I'll put it in the private chat if you want to read. It's only
okay. So
him
this is
to it.
This is what Hasan posted recently. Justin, like, this is the worst thing to try and own as a meme. Is Tom Cruise electrocuting someone? He's like me and Kaya. It's like, no, torturing your dog is not meant to be something that you're proud of, and retweet as a joke. That's not something you should be trying to own.
That's insane. Are you an aggressive tester?
An aggressive tester of what? I don't even know the context of that message. So what have I been testing?
Well, this one
what was it that you weren't sure if you should show?
I put it in the private chat.
I don't know without watching it.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I don't think that Meat Canyon would like hit anybody for looking at his art. You know what I mean?
It's like on Asmongold's own YouTube channel, so he obviously thought it was fine.
Yeah, should we react to it? We can do it. Hold on.
I think we can do it. Yeah,
it's funny, and I like Meat Canyon isn't for everybody, but I think he's freaking funny, man. He's dark. It's like that dark humor that some people can't handle, but I think we can, and I think our chat can. So
raised on the start of the internet.
Definitely. I mean, we got Monkey and Hertz in here, so for sure.
Oh my god.
So this is him reacting to Meat Canyon's animation.
Asmongold and Hasan made a special appearance in Meat Canyon's latest video.
I found you. What?
Asmongold brought you up in his stream again today. Dude is super annoying. Yeah, I know he is annoying because the whole thing is that he uses my name to clout chase and just clip farm. It's fucking bogus, man. Seriously.
Hasan's talking about you on his stream again? He's such a fucking...
I've really been downgraded. I have. Look at this. I mean, this was...
They gave him less hair.
I mean, look how much hair I had last time. Now we're all the way down to this. I mean, Jesus, guys. It's only been a couple
He's going to be
years.
bald next
Let me
time.
handle this, Mr. Baldy. You guys might not know this, but while our Baltimore sports a pure natural ratsness on his head, the Ottoman here is a complete fraud. His whole hairline is as fake as his socialism larping. His dick don't work.
I use Propecia, but the thing about Propecia is that it does have a chance of just destroying your dick.
Too much hair?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh.
Accurate room, I'd say so.
I don't
Yeah,
think
now you understand why he's so angry all the time.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Can you guys excuse me for 1 second?
The clip farming's going great. We're going to make so much money together.
Yeah. You're doing great.
You know this has got turned into some Rule 34 kind of...
Super hard.
Chanela.
Oh!
What's up?
Poor guy.
What the fuck are you saying?
Kaya, please!
Oh.
With that later.
Oh, yeah, you going to talk about it? You want to hit it again?
He's after.
We were just both awful.
And the thing is, I don't feel like watching Hasan's reaction, but I watched a little bit of it, and it was just like straight faced and so lame. Like,
because he doesn't think it's funny.
No.
He's like, oh, I didn't actually
Yeah.
Can we DoorDash something from Panda
Because
Express?
for Hasan, everything's about optics. So,
What do you want from
Oh
Panda
my
Express?
Chunk PG.
Oh my, orange chicken?
PG.
I can't hold it in any longer. You need to make love to me right now.
What the? Oh my.
it's to turn into shipping.
That is disturbing. Oh my god.
Very disturbing.
What a legend.
Kaya.
I love Meat Canyon.
Yeah, that was. But
Wow.
I just his reaction, like, I like that. You know what I mean? But like Disparu said, he only puts what he wants on the internet, right? So it's like he knows he's gonna get trolled for basically everything he puts out there, and that's the thing.
Everything everyone knows about him,
somebody-
he's said. Like his story about getting woken up with a dead rat that burnt in the sun. He didn't have to tell everybody that.
It's true. He didn't have to
That's
share.
one of the grossest but kind of funniest stories.
It is
ever.
gross. Like, I do listen. He's got a good sense of humor. He's a good entertainer. But man, like his personal hygiene and stuff, like woo. But I was talking. To
I
somebody
love
about
when
this
he
the other
said
day.
he doesn't smell, and then he asked the girl next to him, and she said, "You smell like old people."
Oh my god. You know, he was told that he has to spend whatever, or he should spend however millions of dollars. I vote he gets a cleaning lady to just clean. Doesn't
I'm
have to
surprised he doesn't, but
just
he
the
just doesn't
garbage.
care.
Just get rid of the garbage, and I think I would be much happier.
The thing is, when I've seen Emaru and I think it was Tectone go round to his house, and they kind of, you could see them converting to his lifestyle. So he's like, I just sit in here and I've got loads of blankets, and Tectone's just put him over. It's like, Actually, this is really comfortable.
No, that part's fine. It's just the garbage and the food crumbs. Okay, you know, you could hire a housewife without doing the housewifey things. Okay, I think that'd be worth it.
Yeah,
you don't even have to spend millions. Maybe like 50,000.
It's true. But back on,
I like how you increase it. She's like, no, she's gonna have to be full time. We all know that. She's gonna need danger money.
No, she's gonna need to be able to cook and clean for them. For him, it's all he needs. Wow, are you gonna wear a maid outfit? Be careful if Hasan comes over though. Actually, Hasan wears maid outfits. It's fine.
That would be a twist, wouldn't it? If it turns out that Hasan was wearing maid outfits to try and like court Asmongold, and the only reason he talks about him all the time is because he's like, no, please employ me. I just want to clean for you. It's my only desire.
This is why I've been always wearing this. I wanted you to notice.
I can't remember who it was. It wasn't any like content creators that I know, but they went to his house and he made them steak. It was a guy and a girl, and he made them steak. And
Emma and Tectone.
Was it Emma Rue? I just didn't know because this was a while ago, so it was before I knew who she was, like because of the whole TwitchCon stuff. Okay.
And his steaks are kind of renowned at this point because they're like $2 steaks, and he cooks them within an inch of their life, but he puts loads of seasoning on them and stuff. And that thing has been made by professional chefs, food channels on YouTube with millions of subscribers that always eat the best cuts of meat and everything. And every single person which has cooked it has been like, it's actually really nice.
Is this a Tectone steak thing?
No, it's an Asmongold. If you search Asmongold $2 steak, it'll come up. Like there's loads of videos of people doing it. Every single person likes it.
Because I wanna be able to make good steaks. I don't know how.
Listen, I wouldn't.
Well, these are very specific ways to cook really cheap steak. It's very specific.
You know what? I'm also saving money, so thanks.
It's like $2 steak. Sign me up.
Sign me up. Protein. Hell yeah.
Someone asked him, "Why don't you buy the better steaks you can afford it?" And he's like, "I don't pay more for steak because I don't want to like the more expensive steak." So he just doesn't buy them, so he doesn't get to like them.
You know what? There's something to be said about that because the more nice things you eat, the crappier stuff just doesn't taste as good. Chocolate. I hate having to buy the expensive stuff now.
He has done how to make a steak and how to make a pizza videos.
Oh, I can make a pizza. Costco pizza is really cheap.
Well, that was what he did. He bought a really cheap pizza and then, like, I don't want to say upscaled it.
But you can. A lot of those, just you can get like a cheese pizza and then just put like different meats and whatever. You can even just buy the pepperoni and it's cheaper.
That's what he did. He bought pepperoni and then just added like more pepperoni and cheese.
Yeah.
Grab that. Thank you for the 10. Asmon's favorite food is beef jerky, and that's basically how the steak turns out.
It's actually true. He eats, what was it? He eats beef jerky daily and then ice cream after he eats his Chipotle bowl.
Yes. It's like the most unhealthy thing ever.
Not Chipotle bowls.
It isn't a case of anything. You
maybe
can
eat it every day. I get mine. Well, yeah, I get mine healthy though, like the bowls.
Oh God, let's not start talking about random takeaway foods. You can't. You cannot have an American just mention food without going, "Oh no, but actually, In-N-Out fries is way better than Five Guys fries. Let's rate them."
We're still waiting on the fat one, okay?
Exactly. I'll get my
when
review.
When does it open? Actually,
I don't know. I have to look into it. Probably this year. Donna, thank you for becoming or gifting a membership. And Chick for 19 says mega jaw. You know what? What were we?
Why jaw?
Because of this.
Oh yes. Sorry, went over my head. Her forehead is so.
It's bad. Bama Digger for 5. 9 months before I was born, I went to a party with my dad and left with my mom. What a flex.
Oh my God.
It went on. Did that go over your head too?
Yeah.
Wake up.
It got squirted.
Oh my gosh. Andrew Matthews for 2. As gamers, will you play mixtape and tongue game? Absolutely not. And thank you a lot, Vera, for
why would you do that? I do
eyes
not want to see tongues making out one of them has braces. Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Vera, for that.
Always remember, these are the people that have a problem with attractive women, and then we'll make that game. Or read books about bulls. Like, oh yeah, Milking Farm book number 4. Turns out to be their favorite library thing.
Because if it's male-centric, which is a hot girl, they don't like it. But if it's for the female gaze and the gays,
it's competition. It reminds them that actually they're just mid, and they don't like the competition.
What's crazy to me? Oh, that's for another one. The final boss of the Met Gala.
Do you have the racism one? I don't know whether I posted that in the.
I don't know if you have it up, you can share it.
Yeah.
My thing is, it's got like I'm embarrassed for people that are like actual fans of her. But here's my take on that: does she actually have fans, or they just feel like they're standing for something by being her fan and sticking it to the chuds? You know what I mean? Like
for who?
For Rachel. Because like like in that reel that I pulled up of the guy making fun of her, one of the first comments was like a fan page for her, and it was like, "Wow, a man making fun of a woman, how original." I was like, "Shut up! I'm embarrassed for you that you publicly said that."
She might have some fans more Broadway-esque. I could see that.
Yeah, and there are some people that just like to oppose. So some people like to be with the social consensus, and other people like to be always opposing it.
Yeah.
Or if they see people they don't like saying something, they immediately just oppose it as just a matter of course.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she does have fans, because what she said at the end of the day is only bad to you if you were like the original source material and want that done. But if you think that everything in Hollywood should be replaced with diversity, why wouldn't you support what she said? Like it was like diversity and feminism. So if you support those things, you would actually want it and like a Snow White movie. Okay, so with this, I want you to try and guess where the racism is.
Yeah, wild. Super fun.
She says favorite Beyonce song.
I don't know. I'm a metalhead.
How dare he not like Beyonce's music? Throw him to the wolves. He's done. He's allowed. He can't have his own taste. This is America.
No, he can't.
This is racism coded. 10,000 likes. Like, this isn't just a random tweet. 10,000 likes, 6.5 million views. Because if you don't like Beyonce and you like music which white people created, it's racism. You have to like Beyonce now. It's the law.
Wow.
In fact, I think it might genuinely be the law in the UK, because I'm pretty sure being racist is illegal in the UK. So I think I have to be a Beyonce fan now.
Well, you have to. It's really, you have no other choice.
You might get arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I don't own her album, I might actually be breaking the law.
Shane, you better be careful. You better be careful.
You know, when it comes to Beyonce fans, I think they are a little crazy.
Kind of like the
with
Swifties.
BTS fans and Swifties. So if you have any inch of not liking them, they're on you like crazy. It's actually kind of scary.
You want to know the only way that you could have got out of this without being called a racist? Is if you went, I don't know, I'm straight.
Oh my gosh, right next to each other, these two comments, Lady Aaron T and then Jawa. Beyonce.
You know, I have to laugh. Why I was laughing earlier, I did react to this on Morning Roasts. And I definitely sounded like a complete racist when I was like, my favorite Beyonce song is No Scrubs.
Just for that's by TLC. In case you didn't know that, it's
another
Who
was that?
It's three black ladies, and they're much better than Beyonce. I'll say that, but that's really freaking funny.
I don't like that either.
I would have made it even funnier if just Rue knew who they were and be like, wow, actually.
No, you know what it was? When you said TLC, my immediate thought was MILF Manor, because that's the TV show that made MILF Manor.
That's how his brain works.
Yeah.
It's okay. She's Asian. She thinks all white people look the same, and all white people look the same.
Hey, it's like how all you people think Asians all look the same. Okay, don't come at me.
I mean, yeah, right. Everybody has a sprinkle of that in their system.
Well, it's supposed to be a genuine thing, actually. That one of the reasons that they say that you get like white people and Asians pairing up a lot is because they have like essentially face blindness. So neither one knows which one of the others is actually attractive. And so it just makes them all look more attractive. Whereas, because I know they've said this in like Thailand and the Philippines and stuff. They've gone to the locals and they've been like, what do you think about all these foreigners coming over and marrying your women? And they're essentially like, we don't care. They go for the ugly ones. Like, they have an entirely different taste in their own women than all the Westerners.
Damn.
I mean, yeah. Now this one, the fact that like she did this on purpose. This tweet kind of sent me. I was cracking up. Resident Evil bosses be like,
oh yeah.
Oh,
now at first I thought she was a cancerous tumor, which was funny enough.
I thought she was.
And then when he said she's an intestine,
yeah, here's a video.
That's
of
just
it.
so much better.
She really thought she was doing something here. She's like,
literal guts.
I am a work of art. You poop comes out of me.
I really wish.
Well, she would be the poop, right? In this scenario.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like, I look at me.
She is what's inside the intestine.
But
so much
she
poop
kind
comes
of
out of her.
Her music is crap, so like she's onto something. I feel.
Well, most music's crap nowadays. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true. Yes, she is the poop.
Lumpy, very lumpy.
Can you imagine being the person that has to like carry the dress around behind her, and you're like, "Oh, I'm touching intestines." Mm.
Yeah,
I wish Blake Lively was next to her.
It would be funny. I don't know if because Blake Lively, she, for whatever reason, I know everyone hates her. I don't really pay that close attention to Hollywood drama, so I don't care. I just honestly feel like, except for like a few exceptions, that most of Hollywood people are just a-holes, self-centered narcissists. So when I hear stories about like what's going on with her and Ryan, Blake Lively and Ryan, I'm like, I'm not surprised. So well, my take on it, like I know there's more to it. I haven't deep dived, but I will say when she goes to these events, she always does look really nice. She has a good team that puts her together, and she looks like.
I agree. So TLDR, she became she was an actress in Bologna's movie.
Bologna's movie.
She tried to take it over. It was.
I've seen the movie.
Project.
Yeah,
it's a movie.
Yeah.
And she basically Me Too'd him and tried to kick him off his project. And then now they're supposedly settled, but she wants to sue him for her lawyers now.
Wow. Okay. So I knew that much, like that she like Me Too'd him and stuff, but I didn't like deep dive because I know people like, I know Steph really got into it. So if I really wanted to know, I just had to watch her videos because she really dived into all that stuff. But
hardcore.
Absolutely. But let's be honest, if she wasn't married to, what is it, Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. She wouldn't have
none of this would be a big deal, and she wouldn't have any of the money to throw the lawsuits around and stuff. I actually think he's come across really bad. The funny thing was that apparently there was a load of Canadians that already hated him. And they were like, "No, we've been saying this and what a snake he is this entire time. We don't know why you liked him in the first place." But through the court case, a load of people went off him, and they're like, "Yes, you have finally seen the light of what he's actually like. He's always been manipulative." People from his school were coming out and going, "No, he's always been like this, throwing people under the bus, causing trouble, causing drama."
Which I guess works for him building businesses and whatnot, but it
in Hollywood,
yeah. And he also has his team. He has market media company. He has his gin. I'm sure there's more that I don't know about.
Isn't he a part of like some wireless like company, like some cell phone?
I don't know.
Someone in the
probably.
chat might know.
I mean, when you get that level of wealth, you kind of have to just find places to shove it because otherwise it will lose money.
So just acquiring that wealth, you have to be a bit of a shark. And I think she took a page out of his playbook, and it just didn't work for her because she kept on making delusional thoughts of what might have happened. But then, obviously the court case proved it otherwise.
Mint Mobile. Thank you guys. Okay. I knew the chat wouldn't let me down.
Yeah. So yeah, just seeing her there, she's fallen down from grace. Even Taylor Swift has turned her back on her.
And they were besties.
Oh God! If we start talking about Taylor Swift, I'm going to top myself.
Don't worry.
No, that was it.
It's already boring enough talking about some random slag that's never done anything her entire career and is only famous because she's had a famous person inside her. Her entire talent and fame and career has come from a man that she has drained in every sense of the word.
She does have kids. I liked her in Gossip Girl.
Yeah, me too.
My entire point. She is an absolute nobody who is only renowned for the far superior, more talented men she's next to. It is absolutely. This is what. The only reason we're even talking about her now is because she's actually trying to get fame once again from a different man. It is ridiculous. And she looks so good at the Met Gala. Next to those weird, creepy freaks, as long as you're just a normal woman that puts on a dress and makeup, everybody looks amazing. That's the only place that I could put on a dress and makeup, and I wouldn't look out of place.
Disbrew, bring it on.
I'm not. Hey, if they gave me a free ticket to the Met Gala, we probably found my price at $100 grand.
Wait. Okay. If you were to go to the Met Gala in anyone's outfit that we're gonna look at tonight, you have to let us know by the end which one it will be.
Yes.
We don't think we've got many men's outfits here. I don't know the actual men's outfits that were there.
Where did you say men?
Well, but we've deliberately taken all the weird, creepy freaks and put them in the show.
Now, this is your choice, okay? We're gonna choose one. We all gotta choose one.
These ones were great here. Let's before we move
well,
forward.
How about I have a meme picture, which you two don't know, but I think it's a fair summary of what we'll bring up anyway. Okay. We all have to choose one from the meme picture.
Okay.
I actually don't know. Lesbian with you, Disbrew. Someone's in lesbians with you.
I think the only man on here is Sam Smith, so I'm screwed either way.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm gonna wear Sam Smith's outfit.
You might find something less feminine from one of the ladies. This is what I'm saying. We didn't say it had to be a man's outfit. Yeah. But you know what? Let's giggle for a second.
I think I'm going to cheat slightly, but I think you'll be okay with it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah. Why does the one on the left look like Willy Wonka?
Is this Dumb and Dumber?
Dumber?
No, that's why. I was like, is this
Dumb and Dumber?
And then behind him is the guy from the
Fifth Element.
Oh, Fifth Element.
Yeah,
Dracula. I don't know who's in the back. What's that
no,
from?
The one on the left reminds me of
Is that Johnny
It
Depp?
is Willy Wonka. It's
it's Dracula.
Yeah, but it's just like Willy Wonka, played by what's his name, Jack Sparrow. Yeah, his version.
So I was
that was
right.
the only movie by
like,
him that I really did not care for. But then there's also this, which is
was the meme. That was the meme that I was talking about. I had
that up. They do look like final bosses when you put them together like that.
They do.
And just to spoil my choice,
sorry,
kind of. No, but I'm going to choose the wheelchair. But with a spin,
woman?
I'm going to choose. Well, I mean, it fits, right? So I'm going to choose one of the memes of the wheelchair.
The one with Rachel Zegler.
Well, I have about 5 different memes.
We'll let him finish with that.
Sorry.
But this isn't a girl, first of all.
Oh, it's Hunter Schafer. Okay.
Well, I just consider this another win for the patriarchy, right? Because this is the prettiest girl in the entire world.
It's actually
once again, a man takes it. I mean, we just, quite frankly, at this point, we just can't stop winning. It's just every day.
It looks like she paper machéed that dress together.
But to be fair, that still looks kind of better than some of what we've seen. But it does look paper mache.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better than poop.
It kind of looks like they've melted into their stone or something. Like, no, I'm just stuck.
I like that he wore glasses. Like, do you even really need them?
Well,
see, I grew up with The Rock from the Attitude Era of WWE.
Like, it's so weird that he
him up. Like that Rock would beat this one up.
If he was of some Scottish or
no, that's not a kilt. That's a skirt. That's what
I was saying.
If it was one in my closet, okay,
I would be fine with it. Like,
if it was a kilt, I would still be taking the piss out of it just to piss off Ian.
Yes, but it would be a bit more acceptable than why would you wear pants with a skirt? It's redundant at this point, okay?
Well, that's the entire point of being a true Scotsman. It's like, if there isn't a bit of danger, then what's the point?
Yeah,
I like to live
why don't you do
dangerously.
it like the Scottish? Don't wear the pants, Rock.
Well, the thing, the problem that he's got is he's been on steroids and growth hormone and everything else he's shoved in his entire body for most of his life.
Yeah,
so
really
his dangly bits are basically a shriveled mess. Like, you probably have more of them remaining than he does. This guy will not produce testosterone for the rest of his life naturally because of how much he's had shoved into his body to make him the size he is. I'm not surprised that the moment he started toning down, he turned into a woman.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll grow hair.
Maybe.
But my favorite thing is actually what he said about it, though. He went, real men wear skirts.
No,
the most masculine men are actually women. It's like, please. I know you've been in Hollywood, and that's probably what they told you when you were biting the pillow, but come on.
It's probably just like some of the feminine women.
Here, I'll play it. Reshare it with the sound.
Manly.
Tom Brown's team is that, at first they sent the illustrations over. And
it's really quiet.
Yeah, I know.
This pleated skirt. And I was like, well, look, in our culture, Polynesian culture, We rock lava lavas. We rock skirts. The most masculine men, but not that I'm one of them, but the most masculine men wear lava lavas and skirts.
No.
I don't believe you.
No, it's different in Hawaiian. Let me look it up. Hold on.
They wear grass skirts from 5 seconds of Googling it.
That's what I mean. I want to find a picture, and I bet you it actually looks masculine compared to what he's got on.
You can't go, no, actually, in my culture, the most masculine men are women. It just doesn't work as a sentence. Just because you want to break gender roles and pretend you're special, because you actually want to submit to somebody else in Hollywood, doesn't make you masculine. That's the opposite of masculine, actually, if you want to submit to the dominant culture. If you wanted to be masculine, he should be... Actually, the most masculine thing that you could do at an event like that is to just wear a normal suit as a man. Because nobody else is going as a normal dude. So it would be...
skirts.
The masculine point would be to stand up against everyone else and all peer pressure and just go your own way as it is. So just be normal. In that event, being normal is the strangest thing you could possibly be. To be like, no, I don't care. I don't need to do any of this. I'm The Rock.
Yeah, well...
I wonder if he's like seeing Jada Pinkett Smith. That's probably why.
He's got more feminized by her. That would check out. What was this one? It's not really showing her dress. You had this. I'm looking at the article. Here, I'll just pull it up.
Which
this
one?
In Disparu. Alex Kansani celebrates being first trans woman on Met Gala host committee by revealing breasts on red carpet and sheer Gucci. So the gown was just sheer.
No. The point of this article was not the clothes. It was the headline. It was the tweet. You pull the tweet back up.
The tweet? Okay.
This is one of the weirdest tweets I've ever seen. At no point in this entire sentence did I know where it was going next. This is just a random selection of words that ChatGPT has put together, and it kept getting weirder and weirder.
So is this about Alex Kansani then?
Well, this is just, imagine how we have gone so far as a society that just being like a trans woman isn't special anymore. So they have to add caveats after caveats after caveats to be the first. And we've seen this with Hollywood. Like Snow used to be the first woman in a movie. Now it's the first action hero. Now it's the first action hero, which is actually paraplegic. And they just keep adding on more and more victim points
So
until you end up with a title like this, which is 2 lines of just random crap in order to go, actually, I'm breaking boundaries.
It's like Game of Thrones when Daenerys gets introduced. This is Daenerys Stormborn, mother of dragons.
Yeah, you reel off all your titles.
Yeah. You're like, wait, what?
And even that, right? I just love the idea that he's like, no, I'm a woman now. It's like, well, how do women celebrate? Do they just celebrate by just like flashing their chest randomly at people? Is that what your opinion of like femininity is? It's like whenever they get a promotion at work, it's like, well, I'm gonna have to reward the crowd with these babies.
As a man, they probably think that's how women celebrate.
I'm surprised she didn't go, I'll show off these cannons. It's that kind of level of bizarre. Is where the way the title was going.
But I thought the first trans woman at the Met Gala was Erin.
Well, no, this is the first one at the Met Gala to host it and to show off their chest while also there. I'm like, I'm not even sure that's impressive, right? Because I could hold up a couple of bags of saline. That's not really. If your title is if your title is essentially man takes top off. So, loads of men who walk down the street with their top off all the time. It's not newsworthy.
He said I could hold up 2 bags of saline.
Yeah, I could take my t-shirt off and hold up 2 bags of saline. It wouldn't be. No one would think this was an impressive feat. But sort of.
Oh my goodness!
It's no t-shirt time.
See, this one was weird, but
it's like when we're in Orlando, and X-Ray got pulled up my thing to the shoulder. It's like you do it that way around, nothing. If I did that to like Wicked, suddenly it'd be horrific, right? There is a difference between the genders.
Sexism.
Well, and the fact that he can go out and just be like, no, suddenly I'm topless now and everything's different, proves the genders.
He might.
I do.
Real woman.
Yeah. Don't ask where I got them from or who.
Which awards show was it that was like no nudity? If you show any like nips or anything, you will get asked to put more clothes on.
No, my favorite one was Facebook. So Facebook came out with a very specific rule that you can show everything on above the waist, but you can't show specifically female You know what I mean? So, someone posted emergency cover-up ones that a woman could Photoshop onto her own and show off. So then a woman just went, I'm going to do it anyway. Showed herself off. She got banned. In her appeal, when I identified as a man, unbanned them. That was the kind of level of insanity we had.
Oh my god.
I just like that you can change reality just by thought alone. That should be an X-Men power. Just by your opinion of reality, it changes. Like you're a horse. Oh, I'm a horse now.
See, this one was
those
weird.
People who are animals should get treated like animals. Sorry, we don't put animals inside. That's Heidi Klum.
So
is it meant to be like the Empire State Building or something? I'm still unsure.
She was just a statue. I don't know
Not
what
the Empire State Building.
A Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
No, because she would have been green. But like, I think that I'm sure this was an actual statue. But the thing is, she looks weird, but she still doesn't look as weird as like Nicki Minaj. Like she went on the theme of like work of art and took it literally. And the thing about Heidi Klum is, I know she really goes all out, like has Halloween parties.
She loves
and
her
stuff,
Halloween parties, yeah.
And she really like sets the bar high. So like, it's like, yeah, this looks like weird without the context, but when you see Cardi B dresses an intestine and Sam Smith looking like Hunger Games, this is not as
at least
bad.
she went with the actual assignment and she didn't make a sexified version of each of the characters. I mean, like Rachel Zegler, she did not imitate Lady Jane Grey in any way besides a blindfold.
Yeah, let's not forget that what she was trying to imitate was a teenage girl being killed. That's what she was actually. She's not meant to be. Oh, look, as I'm about to be hung, don't I look attractive? That was not. Yeah.
No,
but yeah, this is just like costume party, right? Because it definitely went two ways. Some people tried to do the theme. Other people tried to send a message.
Yes. Yeah, they're all lame and weird, but whatever. And then what was this one? This was Katy Perry. What? Okay, what is
Oh,
this?
yeah. She looked like she was about to go fencing.
No, you know what she reminded me of? The Kylie Minogue song. The La 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 one song.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure they were all like that, weren't they? With robot faces.
Oh, yeah. Can't Get You Out of My Head. That one.
Mm-hmm. My favorite thing about that is someone got paid to write those lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like she's a tablecloth.
Yeah. But Katy Perry, like, if she doesn't look weird, then...
Do you think she was trying to dodge the police? So that's like her equivalent to like GTA 5. The police can't spot who she is when she's hiding because of the court accusations.
I think she's trying to dodge Justin Trudeau. Why would you bring your mans there if you guys
who
were
wouldn't? Look, what they do in their lesbian relationship is their own business.
Gay U-Hauls.
Oh my gosh. And then what was this one? Sabrina Carpenter. She was wearing the Sabrina film, like the
you know what? I don't hate it.
Oh,
I don't.
No, the reason why I posted this one is if you scroll up, I think it says at the top. Yeah, a dress made out of film strips from 1954 Sabrina. So her dress is meant to actually be like honoring cinema. Look, I'm turning cinema into this. And I'm sitting there thinking, you have destroyed an antique. Like, this is a rare. There are not that many film things around. You have destroyed like an expensive physical medium thing that there may not even be many of them existing in the world.
If it's not
just
a
so
replica,
you can wrap them around yourself.
If it's not a replica, then that makes me mad. Because that's actually my favorite Audrey Hepburn film, Sabrina.
Well, it says made out of film strips. I guarantee it's not a replica.
Probably.
There's no way
thing like with Kim Kardashian when she shoved her fat booty into Marilyn Monroe's dress. And
and destroyed it. Yeah, tore all the sides because of a surgery.
Because she's so big.
Yeah, like she's eaten too many pies.
The
fat cow.
gems or whatever off. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad. And she wanted that other dress that Selena Gomez wore, and I'm so glad they stopped her from it.
It's because of the previous one.
It's just crazy. Like, get a nice replica made. Kim and Marilyn Monroe were not the same size. Okay,
especially
she's like a size. Marilyn was probably like a size 2. I don't know.
Kim Kardashian has a warehouse just full of clothes.
Of course she does.
Periodically to shop it.
Yeah, not surprised.
That is insane.
Does she have like a salmon fishery?
A what? Oh, for the
because she gets them squirted all over her face. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure she extracts the semen herself.
Oh, this is my favorite one, right?
Who is
this
it? Looks
like
like
the
alien.
ghost of a dildo.
It's I forgot her name. It's a musical artist, but she also was barefoot. When she's not wearing the
only just arrives in civilization.
It's not Beyonce, actually, girl.
No, it's not. It's not. It's
no, but do you remember FNT where everyone had to be dressed up and Ryan didn't? I think he was traveling, so he didn't have a costume, and he just went as a ghost. That's what this is.
Over him?
It is just like I have absolutely no costume. I'm a ghost. I'm a pink ghost.
That is literally like I don't know who that is. Doechi.
I might have said her name wrong. I just know that she had that one song that like went viral all over the like for reels and shorts that people were doing. The anxiety song. I think that's her.
I don't know any of your American working class music. It's like
just Sam Smith.
It's beneath me.
It's beneath you. And then what do we have here? Was this the gosh?
I actually have an article to go along with this because
I like
this
Sarah
is amazing
Paulson as an actress, not this though, not her politics.
Well, I'm sure she's been part of loads of those. Do you remember, like, Imagine All the People, I Take Responsibility?
Oh, yeah.
I think she was in those, but I can't say for sure. But these tickets are $100,000 each. Apparently she's worth $12 million. I actually thought she would have been worth more, to be honest. But to go and protest the 1%, that's what the $1 bill's for.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, 1% is nowhere near 12 million. 1%, it can be an ordinary wage just because of the extremes. As you get higher up, it filters off really fast. Like I think 1% over here is like 80 grand or something. So you end up with sort of a lot of non-celebrities in that bracket, and she's going, no, these need to be taxed to the thing. You can just give away your money. You don't have to go to this.
Is the woman who is paying so much for her outfits, who's going to the Met Gala, who makes hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars when she acts. Okay, yeah.
I mean,
tax Elon Musk, okay? Give back your land to the people who lived there before.
I'm all for taxing her at a 95% tax rate. Just her. Like, make it a special exception just for her. Or anyone else that says you need to pay more taxes, you can be taxed at 95%. On all previous and future income. We can retroactively apply that for you if that's what you want to believe that you should do. So there was this protest outside. And I love the fact that everyone's always like complaining upwards. So you have these people, it's like, she's earning $12 million. We need to tax her for more. And then inside, they're like, that guy's earning $50 million. We need to tax them for more. And he's like, Jeff Bezos is over there. We need to tax him for more. And each one of them thinks that the other one is evil and they all need to do it. It's like,
they're just jealous they're not making as much as the next.
Look, I'll make a deal with them. They're all scum. From the guys outside in the street earning nothing, all the way up to the richest people I think you're all scum. It is a case of
calls people filth. I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah, filth. I don't care. They can be filth, scum. It's all the same. Like, the problem with you isn't your money; it's your belief system. It's the fact that you all get jealous of everyone else, and all you are is you want to drag other people down to your level. Everything all about dragging other people down rather than just keeping what you kill.
You know who people should be mad at? The people who take advantage of these tax dollars that are being given to people for not having enough whatever, because there are people who are able to get jobs.
It's an important point, everybody.
It's important.
This is dramatic.
Get jobs, but they are getting government subsidies to pay for their lives, but they're too lazy to get off their butt and get a job.
And that was Jerry Springer's final thought.
Thank you for this X-Ray Girl PSA. And she had a pen too, like.
Yes.
It was actually lip gloss.
Oh,
I love how you have to be like. I love how you have to be dramatic as well. You have to kind of dance your way out of it.
I can't get the program. Oh, there we go. Thank God. I know chat loves the Zoom camera. I hate it.
It always makes it seem so important. So when he's like,
it always comes in at a point where I'm like trying to actually get a good point across.
Because you get like animated as you get more dramatic.
Oh gosh, don't get us.
No.
I never thought in my life I was going to hear Disrupt say any of those words.
Tart. It's tart.
Which words?
From the sexy gloss.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Guys,
yeah. Oh, I forgot all about that.
If I put it on my throne wish list, will you guys buy it for me? Oh,
Do you
that's
want-
the only way I'll
the-
buy it.
You want the? Never mind. I'm not even gonna say.
I don't
it.
even remember the names of
You're
them.
like,
but they were
which
cute
one
little
are people
names.
gonna
Better
buy?
be careful. They'll put the butthole one on.
This was one. This was my favorite Rachel Zegler outfit of the evening.
No. Oh no! I didn't see this one. Here, that's what I was going to end our Met Gala discussion on. This one, it's actually Disparu's tweet. There's no joke so extreme that some Californian hasn't already done it in reality.
I was amazed. I was amazed that someone could lose the lottery this badly to end up with this many identitarian characters and still think that, you know, my favorite thing about this, I have other videos of them talking, and wow. They are not just the woke final boss. Their ideology is they are 100% believers.
Victim,
all for personal gain.
Oh yeah. I watched it on the Mixer. I think Jay had it. I don't have the link for it, but she's the first black.
Oh, I've got them.
She's the first transgender woman,
black
transgender woman who signed up for a major modeling contract.
No, with quadriplegic cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You left two out. She
I
has
am horrible.
more.
I am horrible. I'm sure there's more that we don't know about that. You're
something. You're a hysterophobe or a bigot. I don't know. You're one of those things right now. Actually, I don't know if I could be associated with you for this show. I can't believe you.
Well, I think we can.
TLC.
I think we can save her because there's an important duty I think we have as a stream in this. That look, I imagine in that your dating is probably quite a problem for you, and I think we as a community can get together and sort of matchmake. I think this is a marriage made in heaven. I think that together we can make two lovers come together in perfect harmony.
He wants it.
Matchmaker Disparu, huh?
With Ricky Berwick just saying smash.
And you know what? You know what? He's Canadian. So, I mean, that's another point that she could get on her list.
I hope they get together and live happily ever after. I hope that they bump everything, including wheelchairs.
They will.
It'll be like a destruction derby. I do have to say that wheelchair looks fucking cool. I mean,
this was like I want to zoom around on that thing. Like
the tech involved in this is actually extremely impressive.
The little boy in Disparu just came out like I really want to zoom on that thing.
No, it is. It's like I like tech. I like gadgets. Now, admittedly, there are some more gadgets that I think she could have in the near future, or he could have in the near future.
Terminator, yeah.
Like the Halo outfit, for instance.
We can call
this
her
is a possibility.
Master Cheeks too.
Master Cheeks, yeah, the hidden cheeks in every episode. There were some other ones that I think were really important. So if they were born in a different time, then you could actually have in Christopher Nolan's Odyssey movie.
She could be Helena Troy. You're right.
Yep, I think that's actually, I think it really fits together. It's sort of in the D&D realm. If anyone's seen the D&D combat wheelchairs, they look a bit like that.
Imagine she met
Disparu fast round
Thrones.
No, there was more.
There was we're still in it.
There was the Netflix special, the documentary.
Oh yes,
all about Stephen Hawking. It's the perfect casting. I think we can all agree. Netflix would absolutely be like this.
It'd be perfect. It's just like Cleopatra.
And you've also got, if we go into the future, if ever they want a career in gaming, then, what can I say? It's Concord 2, everybody. It's the perfect character to destroy the next franchise. They've already lost hundreds of millions. Let's lose hundreds of millions more.
Why is she not in Relooted? How dare you?
Well, this one is commentary, shall we say. Do you want to know reasoning why he has never been on the red carpet before, never been a model, never been in Hollywood? Look, I think we can all agree that they could be the next main character in Die Hard. That's what I think. Yeah. And anything else, if you disagree with me, well, I think it can speak for himself.
You're a bigot.
When I first started working, I was an anomaly to the industry. Arguably,
I love the fact that you had to point that out to everybody. No one's ever seen anyone like me before.
I'm shocked by that statement.
No one's modeled like you before.
No, it's true. I mean,
How do you walk the runway as someone who's quadriplegic?
You zoom it.
Yeah.
You vroom it.
A zoomer, you might say.
In many ways today, really I still am.
No!
What?
I mean, this is like it's groundbreaking news, everybody. No one else has ever had this many identity boxes ticked in one go. We've heard of twofers, we've heard of threefers. This is like a tenfer. This is a Hollywood's wet dream. You put that in Barbie 2, main character. We don't need.
Should be Barbie.
Yes, but not just one of the sidebar, the main character.
You know what?
Greta Gerwig, get on it.
Goodbye,
she
Margot.
should have been Jade in Mortal Kombat 2.
Yes. Imagine the kind of stunts you could do with those wheels.
Yeah. Why would you go with just the black girl? Why not all these DEI points?
Well, Gladiator 3.
Stop.
Instant
Barbie
Roman
Prime.
chariot. Put some spikes on the wheels, just have it riding around. I look, the possibilities are endless.
I think it's time to say the quiet part out loud.
Well, I can barely understand what you're saying, so I hope so.
The fashion industry is unlikely to book or pay Black trans feminine and or physically disabled models to do runway, editorial, and or campaign.
It might be because to be a model, you have to be attractive. That's what I'm just saying.
He's just
you know
throwing
what?
it out there. Don't call him a bigot or anything, guys. He's just talking.
I mean, you could call me a bigot. I don't care.
As
The Medal of
someone
Honor for him.
who is a female who can actually maybe pose really awkwardly, I am disappointed I didn't think of this earlier to become a Black trans feminine quadriplegic, because I could have had a great modeling career, guys.
My main disappointment in this is if all four of us got in a poll, I would be voted by the chat as the ugliest person here. That's the only downside.
No! Chat would vote you as the hottest. Shut up.
Well,
Yeah, chat loves
maybe
you and your
the next
shoulders.
6 seconds will redeem me, though. We'll have to wait and see.
Because of an absence of whiteness.
That's the problem.
An absence
Everything
of
else, every
That's
other
the problem.
characteristic could not possibly have affected my attractiveness.
It's not the cerebral palsy. It's not the quadriplegic. It's not the
I love the miserable expression on the face as well. It's like, I'm a
that's her
model.
modeling. You know what's crazy? Who has wider eyes, her or Rachel Zegler?
I don't know. Rachel Zegler was wearing a thing.
Rachel Zegler's eyes are like so wide.
Now, I've got another minute of footage, but I haven't actually listened to it, so I'm going to mute
gonna
this
listen
for
to
a
it?
minute.
I
will
will,
listen to it and see what it says.
I'll do supers while you do that.
Wheel
Real quick, I'll get
maxing,
this
yes.
one first.
She was wheel maxing.
Oh my gosh. Villa Idiot for $9.99. It's Star Wars instead of Star Trek, but where did Luke get his replacement hand after Vader cut it off? At a secondhand store.
Oh my god.
I don't know. This was laughing because he's listening to the audio, guys, just so you know.
Oh my god. No, he's
People are-
having I think we're gonna be watching it in a moment.
Yeah. Grabthar, thank you for the 5. How has the Met Gala become a crappy middle school science fair? Everyone is asking, what is it supposed to be? So I think the Met Gala was like, listen, it's Hollywood and they're all like demonic, right? And it probably was always like that, but they tried to hide it back when this first started, right? Like they came in actual black tie.
Publicized.
Yeah, but they would come in like black ties. Like, I don't know when this started, but think like, you know, the girls were in little black dresses or like gowns and the men were in, you know, black tie. Now it's just like.
Well, we were a
This.
proper society back then.
Yeah.
We have to listen to this.
And then John Smith, thank you for the $10 super sticker. And you guys are gonna have to go in the disp queue because he is gonna fall out of
He
his chair.
is laughing so
I
hard.
can't believe it. This is look. So
He's so
the
happy.
problem here.
Oh my god.
This is clearly after the thing. Lot of alcohol has been consumed by this point. You can tell. So imagine you're walking back through
Bronx?
I don't know whether it's from the Bronx or like in the Bronx. I don't know where the Met Gala is held.
Well,
but
it's
this
in
just
New
seems to be
York,
a
so-
random guy who's met them, wanted to talk to them, ask them how they were going at the Bronx.
That's a
very drunk. I think we could all agree, very drunk at this point.
I think we might get DMCA'd because that was actually 1 for 1.
That was Beyonce.
It sounded just
absolutely like Beyonce. Holy
was that Beyonce?
moly.
No wonder she's ass and nobody knows who she is.
That's a message you got for Beyonce? Yes, God. Yes, God. How'd you...
I'm scared that her snatch is gonna fall out. Well, she doesn't have snatch.
That's not what's under there.
I'm sure that's tucked away.
Like, okay.
How do you feel about the?
This is shut up. So, as a trans woman, I personally, if I were in her shoes, I would never get the gender reassignment surgery because it'd be too hard to pee.
That is true. Yeah, with enough force, you
It's-
wouldn't even need to move.
Like you could pee easily with your male appendage, but if you get a female's body parts, like you're screwed. You're just
And
gonna...
also, you keep the main advantage, right? Because you've still got the little controllable thing. You can still move around, which means you can still write your name in the snow with enough water pressure.
Met Gala today.
Okay, now I'm gonna be serious.
No, be serious, seriously.
I am incredibly
So this is the serious bit. Just a very drunken, serious bit.
immeasurably grateful for the day that I had.
By the way, I love the police siren in the background. Whenever I hear like
They're in
New
LA.
York, always a police siren in
New
the
York, that's
background
right.
at all
Same
times.
thing. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's New York.
It's New York.
It's a
The
big
Met
enough
Gala's New
crap
York.
hole to look like it, though.
It is.
I feel like I'm living a dream. I'm just a girl from the Bronx and the islands.
I'm just a girl from the Bronx. Look, I may have diamonds on this thing, but I'm still Jenny from the block, and that's what we've just received.
And somehow I made my way towards this through hard work, blood, sweat, and tears from my manager.
Hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and also being born with enough checklists to actually fill out an entire 747.
I really wish we had subtitles. Sorry.
I could understand him. Maybe I'm just used to the English accents.
I mean, he's used to English and Scottish. Like he's got that. He knows.
Well,
he's heard some stuff in his life.
In England, you drive 10 miles, the accents change 3 times, and bread rolls have got a different name. So,
well, it's like
I am just so incredible.
It's like the scene in Austin Powers when like they had to put subtitles on, and then she shat on a turtle. That one's like it's like incoherent English, but like you probably knew everything they were saying.
Well, no, in FNT, I can't remember who was talking, but yeah, they had an accent, and then everyone was like, "I don't know what he just said." I understood it perfectly. Oh, it was Pape Esiadu or whatever his name is. I don't really care.
I guess I remember that clip.
I'm just going to call him Daddy, to be honest, if he wants to be called
Daddy.
Papa. And yeah, the TFI Fridays guy, who I don't know whether Gary knows, but he did used to be married to Rose from Doctor Who. That guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know how he pulled her? He met her at a nightclub, and she woke up the next morning at her hotel or her home address, and there was a guy knocking on the door. So she went downstairs, answered it, and he just gave her some keys and said, "That's yours." And it was a Ferrari. So he met her at a nightclub, bought her a Ferrari, and then she just went. She like basically married him. She was like a one-hit wonder pop star, and he picked her up immediately from that. Just blew her away with like his lifestyle, and they went on like a drunken and drug-ridden bender for several years when they were married. So when you see her in Doctor Who, that's her returning to celebrity after being with him.
That makes so much sense why she looks the way she looks too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
She did that in like Diary of a Call Girl immediately afterwards. Yeah.
Wow, because she had to make money again.
I mean, he's always done pretty well in the UK, so imagine the divorce. He still had some money, I'm sure.
Incredibly grateful that this has happened.
You deserve it.
And from the bottom of my heart, I'm just so lucky. I feel like
She's so lucky. Yeah. That when I look at that person, I think that's someone who's won the genetic lottery.
Well, she doesn't need to win the genetic lottery. She's got a modeling contract, okay?
Well, exactly. They're born lucky.
the blessed girl in the world.
Yes,
and I'm
yes.
so thankful to God, to Jesus Christ.
We saw you on the Shade Room today.
Yeah.
You was everywhere. You was on every platform.
Thank you.
And look, I'm just so lucky. What really wants to thank him? I just think he's got a sense of humor.
It's being very nice.
Well, on that note, let's finish
guys,
Super.
I am so jealous. I wish I could get a modeling contract. I just have to do a couple things before that.
Oh, there was one outfit as well that you didn't show.
Well, Okay, hold on.
Heated rivalry actor Connor
Who's
Story.
that? What the? He looks like someone's auntie.
Heated Rivalry is a hit TV series from Canada about two gay ice hockey players.
Oh, that's right. You talked about that before. Okay.
Apparently, it's done really well. I mean, for some reason, a lot of women watch it.
What is he wearing? Like, it definitely looks like
A
someone's
dress.
aunt. Like,
you know,
many of the other people at this event would look better than he did in what he's wearing.
Him and The Rock would make a cute couple.
I ship him.
They could share wardrobes.
Easy peasy. Jason Webster, thanks to the Australian 5. 60-second Backsang Awards film, The King's Warden 4, No Other Choice 2, The World of Love 2, Once We Were Us 1, Good News 1, and Humment 1. And then another one. What?
I've screenshot it because it's too many to search.
Yeah,
individually.
here's another one. Get ready to screenshot again. You and Everything Else 2. Thank you again for another 5, Jason. You and Everything Else 2, Our Unwritten Soul 2, The Dream Life of Mr. Kim 2, Bon Appetit, Your Majesty.
Bon
2.
Appetit Majesty won something. That got recommended to me on Netflix, and it's basically like some time traveling woman chef from the future wins over like a prince because she can cook, and the intro on Netflix is like, I'm going to do this and mix these ingredients. It's like, how on earth can this woman cook such delicious food? She's in the middle of a forest. The entire thing seems to be the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That's the only thing I picked up about the show.
And Low Life 1. Did you screenshot this one?
I did.
Okay. Everything Jason puts up, he's like, hold on, let me screenshot it. He used to try and write it down, but then it just got too much. Contra Wars, thank you for the Canadian 2. Macho Man died and now wrestlers wear skirts. I mean, you're not wrong.
Only the most masculine of men can possibly dress like a woman.
According to The Rock, and well, yeah. Jason Webster, thank you for another Australian 2. Katy Perry showing one way you can hide face acne.
And everything else.
Yeah.
My favorite thing would have been if actually everyone thought that was Katy Perry, but she just sent like a secretary or something there. She was just at home like eating Cheetos, playing Call of Duty.
That would be really funny. Sarah, you don't wear your sleep mask in public. Yeah. Well, come on, be fair. If she had a money face mask, it would at least be $100 bill.
That is true. To protest the rich.
Exactly.
Than her.
Richer than her, yeah. Contra Wars for Canadian 2, thank you. Ontario offers maid to those people now, X-ray.
I heard maids. Mickey would be happy about that.
Maybe not this
not
one.
for this kind of maid, although it does make me think that, you know, maybe we can hold the Met Gala in Canada in the future.
Thick thighs doesn't save lives, I guess.
Look, if that was the way that they made you go out, a lot more people would be for it.
Monkey for 2. That's a Meal on Wheels smash. Oh my gosh. Contra Wars for Canadian 2. I'm trying to move forward, but I can't, Monkey. What the heck?
What is wrong with you, Monkey? he brought Ricky Berwick said smash. Monkey took it to a new level. What the heck?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, let me one up this."
I just want to connect the two lovebirds together across the internet so they can be happy.
Well, I guess Monkey is the one that wants.
Well, they can fight each other in some kind of death tournament.
That'd be twisted.
A little bit.
I don't make the rules.
You know what? He probably has a lot of sass in that one. He's ready to. Argh!
Look, maybe it's like Doctor Who. He can fire missiles out of his wheelchair.
Contra Wars for Canadian 2. This preview of the next Hellraiser Cenobite sucks. Andrew, thank you for the £2. Just through check DM for my favorite Aaron.
That sounds like
I don't even know what that means.
Well,
that sounds like
your favorite Aaron. What?
Hooligan for $4.99. Might have to give up on letting people know I was from the Bronx now. It's okay. You can. What are you laughing at? Oh, what?
Hang on.
It's okay, Hooligan. Own it. You can be not like that.
Well, yeah, bring that up. Bring up that same super chat afterwards.
Don't be fooled by the rocks.
Andrews.
With the one you've just shown. Yeah. So this was the message I've just got.
Hold on, I gotta get it.
I'm scared.
Here, I'll pull this up and then get I'm looking for it.
The ODIC.
Oh my goodness. And Monkey for 2, give me a kilt, then Ian and I would win the carpet.
Well, this is the thing. I don't know the rules about all the Scottish skirts and which one they're pretending is actually masculine. But I know Az has always said that if it's a spot, it at least needs a sporran. But I've seen other people go, it matters how many times it's wrapped around you and things. So I actually don't know the rules.
How many times does it have to wrap around in order for it to be okay? Twice? Once? Twice?
I don't know, but probably more than a normal skirt.
I love how Ian's not even here tonight and he's catching so many strays.
Well, to be fair, he was at the Met Gala, so you can't expect him to have gotten back like this far. By the time he's flown over there, he needs to stay over there. Whenever I go to America, I stay longer just because, you know, I'm traveling.
The travel time. Yeah,
I'm always like, it takes me so long to get there, I'm going to stay there for a while. And then American come along and go, I drove 40 hours to get here in the car. And it makes me feel bad because I'm like, I traveled ages.
I should have thought of this.
Somehow you were worse.
I should have asked Ian to get me a kilt. I would have liked a kilt.
Yeah, I mean, if he goes into a random tourist shop and then says your last name, they'll probably pretend they have your tartan.
I'm ready for my tartan.
They scam every tourist. You can go in there with any weird surname from around the world, from any culture. They'll be like, oh, yes, the classic tribe of blah, blah, blahs. We have your tartan.
Yeah, I don't think they're not.
I guarantee they would. They'd be like, no, of course. We have the Vietnamese tartan. The classic Vietnamese tartan. The traditional Vietnamese tartan.
Absolutely traditional.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the Vietnamese traditional wear is actually really comfy.
I'm sure it is. Iron Morgan for 5. The model in the wheelchair looks like Damon Wayans doing an In Living Color skit that never aired. It kind of does, to be honest. Chris, thank you for the 5. With the blindfold, Rachel Zegler is finally ready to watch the latest Rachel Zegler movie. Oh, that's a good one.
Unfortunately, she could still see through it, which is a downside for her.
Oh my god!
A positive for everyone else.
I'm not gonna unsee those shoulders now.
Yeah.
I can't
so
even
weird.
do the chin.
Tightening her neck. Like she's
what?
getting...
Is this sexy? Is this sexy?
To somebody.
Is this sexy? I actually have a chin now. I have a chin now.
I don't know if she sticks a jaw out. I don't think I even can stick my jaw out that far.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so uncomfortable. Like, from
the
here.
Crimson chin.
I'm trying to give myself an underwood.
Hello.
No.
I sound like Miss Swan. Hello.
It's the Chad jawline.
Like a man.
I like a cheeseburger, please.
This is why people like Asmongold are like, no, anything I do on stream, I don't care about.
Yeah. There's some things I would do on stream. That's not one of them.
All right. So, what were your thoughts on this? I'm not surprised because they were pressured by investors to raise. I know the Switch was, and I'm guessing Xbox and PS5.
Oh, they have no choice.
They have no choice. I know people are going to be mad. It is. I feel like
have you seen RAM prices though? Like RAM prices have gone up like multiple hundreds of % in 6 months.
Well, it's the same because like I've been shopping a lot for computer parts because my computer needed a lot of love. But hard drive prices like have gone up at least 150% from January to like last month. RAM price, I don't even want to think about buying.
The RAM will be the majority of this, yeah.
5090s are like $4,000 or $5,000 in Canadian. What?
Because they have the most rare of RAM in them, like the fastest RAM.
It's
and the
insane.
thing is, all of the things come down to the same sort of silicon discs. And so it's all competing at the same base cost. And then as it goes up the stack and you're like, well, now we've got RAM. It's like, yeah, but that RAM could be going into B2B AI computers. And so they just buy it all. SanDisk, I saw something the other day. If you put $25,000 into SanDisk 12 months ago, it's worth $1 million.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that too.
What?
Yes. And
isn't this
so you can imagine the cost increase. And it's literally because all of their stock has just sold through. Now, there have been things with, I think it's OpenAI. They basically said they were going to buy, and they committed to buy 40% of the entire global production of RAM. And it turned out it wasn't a contract. They never signed anything. They just promised, and then they backed out of it. So there's been some backsliding on prices, but not enough.
Not enough.
Oh my gosh, that's how much the Switch is in Canada. Yeesh.
Oh, it's expensive.
Did you get yours in do you have a Switch too, or you don't?
I got one before Christmas, so
okay, yeah. But did you get it in Canada though, or did you get it in
Canada?
I guess it doesn't really matter because you got to use the price, like
Well, because
yeah. So that's the one that went up the least though. Like Xbox went from 500 to 650, and same with PS5, and the Switch only went up like was it $50?
Yeah, but there's reasons for this. So bizarrely now, one of the best computers you can buy for the money is what is it? The Apple Mac Neo, and then it's the Apple Mac Mini. And Apple have been renowned for selling ridiculously expensive computers.
Yeah.
Their reason though is they book all of their sort of product so far in the future they're not affected by short-term price increases. So they're still selling RAM. Their RAM used to be ridiculously expensive, and now it's a normal price. So their base models are now incredibly good value for what you get. These people don't do it. They don't book a long term in advance, but the Switch might have done. Nintendo could have been so confident in what they put in. And also, the Switch is really underpowered, so it may not use much RAM compared to the others.
Yeah.
The Switch also came out like not even a year ago, so they have prepped to sell a bunch, right? Even
yeah, they probably will have put in contracts a long time into the future, but also it's just not very powerful. It just doesn't use that much RAM and everything compared to like a PS5 or an Xbox.
That's why, like, when you see gameplay of Switch games, it doesn't look really that great, right? When they do like previews, and if they can do it on like PS5 instead, even like what game was it? Was it Elden Ring that they were showing the PS5 gameplay?
Oh yeah, and it ran like ass.
And I know, but it's like, how bad is it going to look on the Switch?
Oh, horrendous.
You know what I mean? Like I like the Switch because I do like Nintendo stuff, so I have a Switch and a PS5. I've never been an Xbox girl. I was sent like an Xbox and Xbox One, and I have yet to even like plug them in and turn them on. I kind of like having consoles, but you guys know me, like overall I'm gonna do PC first, and then like Nintendo is something that I like having.
Is my DVD player.
PC just runs better, and I know like there's like that silly back and forth between people, but it's like it's just true, it just looks better. But for a Switch, I'm a big Nintendo fan, so that's why I waited though, and it was gifted to me when I hit 11K or 10K, I think it was. When I hit 10K, it was sent to me as a gift, and I like it for my Nintendo stuff, but I'm gonna go to Steam first to play my games because it runs better on my PC, especially for streaming, because we have to hook up all this extra stuff, you know, when we want to use different like consoles and stuff.
I don't like the capture card business, and I kind of am glad Steam is not selling their Steam machine right away. They're kind of floating because it would be ridiculous to buy it right now if they did launch it.
They are
moved to wait.
They are going to bring it in though. So Valve had a huge loads of units brought into the US recently, and it was something like 32,000 units or something. They're gonna have to pick a price for it at some point. Now, people did want it to be a certain price. I think it's going to be the new normal, to be honest. Because you have combined inflation with RAM prices, with hard disk prices.
It is what it is.
Some of the better things and the better value things are ones which can sell it RAM-less. So a lot of your mini PCs and stuff, if you've got the RAM lying around, they're quite good value. As it's very specific computer components at the moment. At the moment, it will affect CPUs because it's all silicon, and it's the silicon. The issue is to make a factory which can produce this stuff takes like 10 years. So there is no sudden increase in volume.
I'm so glad that I built it was like 3 years ago now that I built my current PC, and it's going to last me a long time. That's another great thing about PC. I spent a few thousand on it. I actually put it on credit and then paid it off because I was like, you know what? Like I need this now. It's very important. It was very worth it. And it's going to last me at least 10 years. And then at that, I'm just going to have to replace like the GPU or something, you know what I mean? Or the graphics, you know, stuff like that, which is expensive. But the fact that this is probably going to last me 10 years before I even have to do that is why PCs are better. Like it's a great investment.
Well, yeah, and you could upgrade piece by piece, so you could upgrade different parts of your computer, but the issue is the memory goes into everything, or the silicon goes into everything. But if you share my screen, I've got a graph for RAM prices, so you can see how dramatic it is. The price started in September 2025 and went from maybe 220 for I think that's 64 gigs of DDR5. And then by December, it had already gone up to about $500. So it already more than doubled in price. Now, just a few months later, it's already at $600. It's kind of leveled off about there. And there have been some improvements. So Google came out with an algorithm which reduced the amount of memory cost. You also had, like I said, OpenAI have stopped demanding it and things. So it's kind of leveled off. But no one knows whether it's going to go up or down afterwards. It's AI is eating everything just for cat pictures, basically.
Yeah, just for cat pictures. And Disparoo's X is full of them, cat stuff.
My entire feed is either the most base content on the planet or cat pictures. There's
like,
nothing in the middle.
Right now, it's between like pop culture news, animal stuff, and then oranges. It's ridiculous. I hate the algorithm so much. It's like TikTok now.
Well, the algorithm rewards what you put your energy into. And so if you don't want to see more of it, just don't interact with it. I'm not interested.
Speaking of what Disparoo would like to see more of.
This could go anywhere.
So anywhere.
It really can, but to the surprise of no one, it was just like,
yeah.
He's gonna start sharing. Tatiana Maslany, when asked about potentially returning as She-Hulk in the MCU.
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
It's not Maslany or Maslany. Sorry, did I say it wrong?
Maslany.
It's Maslany.
Would work better.
Put some respect on her name.
Listen, I got
She-Hulk.
I got the letters, but you know what? Anyways, I don't know. I think people would be so mad at me for being on their screens again. Not Disparoo, girl. Not Disparoo. He's your number one fan. I feel like if she was at a con, Disparoo would actually get in line to meet her.
Well, okay.
I have been to cons. I have never met anyone, but I would be like, no, I'm your biggest fan. I'm sorry.
If he knew she was going to be there, he'd be there in the She-Hulk shirt, and you would get a happy Disparoo picture, like, hey.
I think I'm a bigger fan of her than she is. I think I'm a bigger fan of She-Hulk. Like, only you can save Disney, Tatiana.
I didn't see that. I missed that one.
It's already thinking of his opening monologue. We've achieved something glorious today, gentlemen. A feat no one thought was possible. A dream no one considered worth dreaming. They laughed at us, asking for a second season of this comedy. But having seen it, they're not laughing now.
The only people who don't want her is Marvel.
Well, yeah, because she was crapping on the CEO. But we have a new CEO now.
Oh, that's true.
He can prove that he's based and can resurrect Disney in one move. Season 2 of She-Hulk and Willow.
No.
Together we can fix Disney.
Together
I will
we
consult.
Can make a lot of money.
Is gonna make a
Look, if the CEO of Disney is watching this, I'll consult for free. I will work on Disney. I will work on Willow and She-Hulk for free.
Please.
His next video is going to be a plea to Disney. Listen to me. I know how to save your company. And
I'm going to beg.
And the world. This is bigger than Disney. Together, we can build a better future.
Can we please also have a She-Hulk park?
You know what would be hilarious? If Disparoo had a green screen.
She-Hulk fights Willow.
I feel like if Disparoo had a green screen, we would get a whole nother set of videos from him.
What do you mean what do you mean if Disparoo has a green screen? I have two green screens.
Well, if you had it set up, I should say, you probably have it rolled up in the corner.
The stuff on the green screen.
As he proceeds to look.
No, there's stuff on the green screen, but I could move the stuff off the green screen.
Imagine this whole time it was green screen.
Well, at one point I did have a photograph of my background so I could use it as a green screen, because what that allows you to do is put a different layer in front of your background so you can have people walk behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can actually switch over to the green screen background and no one will know because it looks the same. And then have people walk behind you and then it switches back to the real life. It's actually a really cool effect.
If he had a green screen, that would make him grabbing the Funkos even more impressive. Pulled it just out of the abyss.
Well, that would require some kind of CGI wizardry because the green screen is in front of there.
I wonder how the green screen would work today with me. Okay, it's not so bad.
Oh, yeah, because all it requires is a stable color. The reason they use green is just because you have no green in your skin tone. That's the only reason it's green.
Oh, if I did a green screen with a green shirt, I think it would look weird.
Well, yeah, but also the secondary color they use is a blue screen because there's also no blue in your skin tone, so I think it's just there's more blue in the world, so that's why they don't use that as much.
I'm Rachel Zegler.
That's probably
you look like you're
I bet you that's
haunting
how she sounded.
Nerdrotic.
Guys, I was the ghost in his house the entire time.
I was the one knocking over his figures when he wasn't watching. He does say that sometimes he's filming and one will just fall off the wall, but he won't know which one it is.
Me.
He'll just hear bang.
Just trolling. Just trolling.
He knows someone's died, but he doesn't know who.
It's made from Canada, okay?
I love how the chat loves that chair. That's X-Ray's royal chair.
My throne.
Her
It's
throne.
really just one of those fabric single chairs that everyone had when we were in the 90s.
It's the wings, though, that make it seem impressive.
Like regal. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
like if that was leather, it would look like a very, very like expensive throne.
It would. It's true.
Wait until I get my leather chair. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should bring my Starfleet Academy chair here.
There you go.
Not mine. It's Gary's. Just until I drive it over.
I was going to say I wouldn't be getting leather anything from Starfleet Academy. You know where it's been.
Yeah.
Someone wore a skirt on it, I bet.
Yeah.
Yuck.
You know exactly what fluids have been on that.
Things have been stuck. Anyways, Backrooms is on track. Well,
did you ever see? I can't remember where it was. There was some kind of award ceremony where they did a sketch about the Matrix, but it was a comedy sketch, and so they had, because obviously in the Matrix everyone's wearing like what is it? Not silicon, but all the suits, and it's like as they're walking along, they're squeaking. And like just squeaking together in their suits as they walk next to each other. It's like, you smell weird. No, you smell weird. I can't remember who it was. It was like a famous sketch at the time, decades ago.
I don't know. All right, so I'm pretty excited for this. I like found footage type stuff, and I've watched. I know Kane Parsons wasn't the one. I think it was like, I don't know if it was 4chan or Reddit or something, but that's where the Backroom started. Like somebody posted an image that was like eerie. The internet gets obsessed with that kind of stuff, right? And then it just became this whole thing. And then Kane Parsons started making, which is Kane Pixels on YouTube, all those like, video clips of that I thought were very well done, like on like no budget.
I don't know whether we could. There's no way we'd get away with showing it. But Matrix Reloaded parody 2003. It's from the MTV. It's from the MTV Movie Awards. The thing is, it's not.
I don't think we should show it.
It's 9 minutes long. But I will share it and just go through like some screenshots because it's so weird.
Okay, pause the Backrooms.
So it starts and they're just like normal people and they go through, and then they go to like Zion, and you have like Justin Trouser Snake is there. And at one point, they get squirted with like fluids because everyone's like dancing around with drinks.
With all the sweat, and
it's just like they're just
water.
like covering them in like
it's
sweat
just so
and
random.
And they're like, oh no, it's like it's like what like that face. Oh god, I got covered in it. So then they go through, and you have his speech to them all. They go into, I can't remember what this is called, but the corridor everyone knows. There's a whole thing where he joins them for the speech. They have a fight, but it's the different. I can't remember who this guy is.
Smith?
Is it Stifler? Is it Stifler from American Pie?
Yeah.
So they have a fight with him, and then they go through, and it is. He is taking the piss out of the architecture, like vis-a-vis this, a vis-a-vis them, but a vis-a-vis, and it's just taking the piss out of all the language. And it is a time where MTV was actually like genuinely funny. And if you go and watch MTV now, it's not at all. But in 2003, people were, in 2003, every side was still funny rather than just one. It's so weird.
Could make fun of you could make fun of everyone equally. It was great. And now it feels like you're walking on glass. Comedians shouldn't be held back because you're afraid of offending someone. You're gonna offend someone always.
You should offend everybody. That's what comedy is. Offend everybody. Make fun of
But even now, should be able to make that, because as far as I'm aware and remember, they never really took the piss out of any specific group or anything. But it's like they've lost the ability to be funny in general. Not just like push boundaries or target certain people or have their finger on the pulse of society. They're just not funny. as like a whole thing. It's like,
That's
no,
the thing too,
I'm too structured by everything I do.
Yeah.
You're out of touch.
Yes. All right. Backrooms. So I'm excited for this. It looks interesting. It comes out in like a week or two or something like that.
End of May, I believe.
End of May, yeah, end of May. So it's like 2 weeks. It's on track for a strong 20 million opening weekend domestically. Budget was under 10 million, so that's a win. I'm interested in this to see what they do because, like I said, it wasn't Kane. It's Kane Pixels on YouTube. Kane Parsons is his real name. He was like, I don't know, 18 when he started this because it was just maybe the chat can correct me. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it's just a picture of like the Backrooms was put on like 4chan or Reddit or something like that, and people just rolled with it. Like it was an airy feeling.
It was a meme picture, yeah. And he didn't come up with a lot of the stuff. It's like anything. So if anyone remembers like salad fingers and stuff, there were a load of like creepy pasta kind of things that lots of people contributed to it. So I don't know this guy specifically, but I imagine he was like one of many contributors. It's not like he created all the stuff. He just did.
He just stuck out like
the videos.
It was impressive because like with like out really a budget, he made all of these, like CGI type videos that looked like eerie and real, like found footage. So I think that's what it was, that he just had the creativity to make it stand out more, like millions of views on YouTube and everything.
So this is the original picture.
Oh,
which
yeah, thank you.
Set everything off.
Yeah.
And it is just, I've kind of found this room and isn't it really weird? Like there's no specific layout. You see corridors going off that you don't know where they go. You don't know why this exists in this kind of thing. Normally rooms are very standardized because they're built in a building to take up the most space and be the most efficient. And this is just a really strange way. It's all yellow with kind of weird patterns. So can you imagine working in this? Yeah.
Yeah.
And people just ran with their own stories about what this could be. And then that led other people to build on it. And it's kind of like a communal effort.
It's like playing broken telephone, adding a little bit each time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually find those people to be the most kind of interesting to be around, is where you can kind of like send out stuff and they bat them to you. And before you know it, you end up on a really weird conversation you're ever on. But it's just each person kind of returned the volley and made it a little bit stranger. Those are by far the most interesting people to have conversations with. And this is just that, but on the internet with loads of people all throwing in different creative ideas.
So I'm interested to see what he's going to do with that budget. The budget was under 10 million. So that's way more than just doing YouTube. Yeah, and that's way more than just doing because so they said the workers got lost, like the crew was getting lost on the set. So
yeah, the set was massive, which I was I mean, I suppose it's not like they have a lot of other stuff. So he has said that he's mixed in his original technique with his YouTube videos into the movie. So some of it is just like his YouTube videos, essentially. It's the same techniques.
This might be
narratively, we have very clear cut points where we're building to a point where we're going to switch into that mode, and when we switch out, it's pretty clear as well. So mechanistically in the story, it all leads up to it, makes sense. And when we're in that container, we usually ride that line for a while. It's not really us going between, like cutting between found footage and character much. That's not really a thing. So it's usually like very specific designated sections where it plays out a sequence in found footage. It's going between our live action camera, which is a cinema camera, with a lot, like we do a lot of treatment to arrive at a destination that feels authentic. But we're blending that with, we have our normal VFX work, but then there's some sections that are entirely Blender, like my normal pipeline feeding in. And the hope is you don't really know exactly where the white or cut points are. So there's
Yeah, so Blender's how he made his original YouTube videos, and he's still doing that, which is cool. And I think even if you can notice the cut, because it's referring to what previous work, I think that's kind of cool anyway. That you're like, oh no, this is more authentic to what he was doing compared to modern CGI techniques. Now he's got loads of money. I think it's interesting.
But he's not relying on the money to fulfill what he needs to, like, do it in post. Like it shows even in the trailers that they have released that they worked hard on it.
So with $10 million compared to what everyone else, that other movie pipelines, you still have to be very creative and make it work and plan everything out in advance. You can't be like everyone else where you just waste money. And so even though it is very simple, all the sets are very simple, it's all the kind of same kind of thing, which is why they can make so much of it for so cheap, essentially. It's more ground space, which in certain parts of America is really cheap anyway, just to get huge volume of space. Then so there's definitely advantages like that. But I kind of like this stuff. One thing we've missed in Hollywood is going back to just original movies of people trying things. Instead, everything's like $200 million or nothing.
And a remake or a requel, sequel, prequel, postquel, I don't know, whatever quel.
Well, yeah, because if you're spending $200 million on a movie, you need something to reduce the risk, which means it's already going to be an already existing IP. And then you need to make it for everybody, because it's the only way you're going to make the money back in order to be profitable. Whereas a niche thing that's $10 million, you can hyper-focus and just make something just for them that only they're going to like. And a load of people may not like the movie, but as long as you please the original fans, you'll still be profitable. And I think that's kind of where the future needs to go if cinema wants to slowly resurrect.
Well, it's that, and I think kids' movies need to be... Well, it is and it isn't, because sometimes you get banger after banger after banger. But
yeah, for kids movies, they need to focus more on getting back to not using the term kids movies, but make it family movies. Because when they go to kids stuff, it's like, well, it was made for kids. Like, well, kids deserve to have good content too. Their brains are developing. Don't give them slop. Like when we grew up and generation before us, and even I would say even like a little bit of the younger generation that could go in here, like early. Like I would say after like 2015 is probably when it started really going downhill. So it would be good content. Like one of the last really good animated Disney movies that was an original, that wasn't them like doing a live action, was Coco. And I don't know the names of the people right now, but a big name on there that was a part of other really good Disney movies left after that. And you can tell, like it's a pattern. You can, this person's not on there anymore. And you just see the decline. Kids, they need their brains to develop properly. So when you just give them absolute slop, like what you see on YouTube and stuff, it's not going to do anything.
Hey,
for
the
them.
Wiggles is good. I like the Wiggles. Okay.
I think my niece and nephew were into the Wiggles.
For kids. But it also goes to show that, like old Disney was thinking about the family experience. There were jokes for kids, but then there were things for adults, like little things woven in that entertained them. It seems much more difficult for them to do that nowadays.
And I understand, chat, that Disney does develop most of the movies from old stories. I'm just saying Disney didn't it wasn't a live action. Like it was an animated that they did that wasn't just them redoing one of their animations for live actions. That's what I meant by it. It was a great movie. I love Coco. That movie made me so emotional. But that was the last one that I can remember that was really good that I could watch over and over again. So
I agree that children's content has been lacking in a way, because the example I use is Beast Wars. Because I watched Beast Wars when I was in like my late 20s again after watching it as a kid.
Thank you.
And it has storylines about like fate, and this guy finds out a prediction from the future, and he's like, well, if I can't actually decide what I'm going to do tomorrow because I've already read it and what I'm going to do, then I don't have a choice over my own life, control of my own life. So I would rather be dead than not being in control of my own life. So he sets up a situation where he either proves the prophecy wrong from the future, or he dies. I don't know. That's actually really deep topic for a child. But those are the kind of stories that we're doing. So I do agree that we need like more complex stories for children. That my issue comes when, and it was a conversation that was on FNT the other day, yesterday, of exactly what that means and where it goes. Because I think some people think it just means like, well, I want it made more for me. And it's like, no, it's like slowing down a movie so we can add plot as if that adds complexity. Just making something more boring means it's not for kids and things. It's those aren't the things that I like. I think there's like a middle ground where the kids still enjoy things, but there's jokes and stuff which are added in, which doesn't necessarily mean that you're adding in some complex plot that the adults will actually enjoy. I'm more for essentially niching down an audience as far as possible you can go while still being profitable. I don't think that every movie needs to make hundreds of millions of dollars. Actually, if you're making enough money to keep making the next movie and make it worthwhile, I think that's about as far as you should expand outwards. Everything else should be niched down to a very specific audience, because that way you make something exactly for them and only pleasing them. Whereas I think especially now, a lot of people are like, well, I didn't like the movie. That means it's a bad movie. So well, it might not just be made for you. It's a case of.
Well, it's like Mortal Kombat, right? I think there's so many people who hate it, and some people who are like, it's okay. But like, there's some people who love it.
Yeah, but Mortal Kombat is an action movie. And some people are like, well, do you think an action movie doesn't need a plot? Actually, yes. I don't think John Wick needs a more complex plot. I think that action movies, like if I want a plot, I'm not going to watch a movie. A movie should be 90 minutes and you're out, right? There isn't really enough time for complex plots for most things. I'd go and watch a TV series. I've always liked movies as sort of the grand showmanship. It is we've got loads of budget. We've got 90 minutes to blow it all. Let's see what we can do. So the action movies really go well for that. I like John Wick movies. I don't want John Wick movies to have a really complex plot because I think it distracts from the action. And so I like Mortal Kombat a lot more than other people because, like, well, it's not a plot. So, well,
you guys saw it. I have to
Mortal Kombat shouldn't really have a plot.
Mortal
Kombat has a plot to set up.
So you guys
why we're punching people in the face.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yes, as long as you're okay with some really good fight scenes and some very cheesy fight scenes.
That's kind of like Mortal Kombat vibe, though. I'm okay with that. Listen, I was hyped for this movie. I've been too busy. I wanted to go Thursday night to see it. I'm going Monday or Tuesday. I have a shirt, like an actual shirt from the 90s that I ordered online. That's like a Mortal Kombat design because I was so ready. I'm like, I'm getting it for the movie. Like, I can't wait to go see it. So it's refreshing to hear that you guys liked it.
I think cheesy might give you the wrong impression.
But I kind of like cheesy.
No, this is why I think it could give you the wrong impression. There are really good fight scenes, and I'm not sure if it's the choreography. I think it might just be the actors. They're just not very good at the acting.
All the girls are not good fighters.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm glad you said it, and I didn't need to.
No, but
it is like. I don't know. Did you ever watch The Acolyte, Wicked?
No.
Okay, so in The Acolyte, there is a scene where Christensen fights Ahsoka. Oh yeah, it's not The Acolyte, it's Ahsoka. Fights Ahsoka. And you can just tell, if this was a fight, he would annihilate her. You can just tell by the way he moves, his lightsaber, he's like really fluid. And you know how people describe a fight as a dance? He moves like he's dancing through the moves, like he's done it his entire life.
Yeah.
And she is really slow, and she's see him pause for her. And this, you can tell there are some people in this movie who they look as if they're fighters, and then you get to the women, and it looks like they're moving through a choreography thing of this is stage 1, this is stage 2, this is stage 3.
This move.
And they pause and wait for each other, and it's that's the problem.
That's what I mean by cheesy, because it feels very 90s, because like we didn't have a lot of good fighters like we do today that can act. And let's just say the Asians and Carl Urban do fighting justice.
I heard I've heard nothing but good things about Carl Urban, which I'm not surprised when I seen that he was cast. I'm like, I love Carl Urban. He's probably going to kill this role.
I wasn't sure. Like, I mean, I like him as an actor, but I wasn't sure if he would fit into the role really well. And he just like
he does.
Nice mold.
Yeah.
So
but to kind of combine the current conversation and previous ones, I think if you're critiquing this movie over plot, you're watching the wrong movie and you're critiquing it the wrong way. Critiquing this movie on its action scenes and like its actual intention and what the movie's trying to be is the way to do it. Not, it didn't have a plot that held together. The plot isn't the point. It's to get you to the action. The action scenes, the acting of the action scenes, the problems with the choreography, actually critiquing what the movie is trying to do well, I think that's the better critique of the movie.
It's just like the game, right? In the game, the story isn't like the major thing. It's the fights, the fatalities, the special moves that you end up learning the other skills. That's what you play Mortal Kombat for primarily. I mean, there are people who do like story, but you
go in it like you're not going there like I hope this is a story rich game. Like you're like, I want to kick some butt.
Yes.
If you want a really complex plot and story, go and watch Lord of the Rings. Don't go and watch an action movie. You know, I think
play a first person game. Like
I don't think that every movie needs to be everything for every person. I think this is just meant to be an action movie, and so you critique it as an action movie.
With the
and so
90s
it's meant to be
perfect.
Like, There are some parts I expected the comedy to undermine the movie. Actually, I quite liked a lot of the comedy that they did that were taking the parts off it, especially
that was great.
the main guy. I don't know all the names. The guy with the shades at the top. Like there were times where he's dodging around and stuff, and he hides. Yeah, he hides from the kids, and the guy comes in. I was like, shh. And he was going like, oh crap. I think that kind of works.
Oh my god, the part where he's doing the dance and he's just like, it's just like the movie that he was in at the beginning. I'm like, oh, it's so perfect. Sorry.
Yeah, so this is a good like popcorn flick.
Yeah,
it's an action movie. Yeah. If you liked action movies from the 90s, that's what this is trying to be.
It's perfect in that sense.
Yeah, it's like you know what you're going to get in. It's like Jason Statham. I'm sure Jason Statham movies aren't a lot of people's cup of tea, but they're my cup of tea. And if he's in a movie, I'm going to go and watch it because you always know what you're going to get. And that's this. If you like Jason Statham movies, this is the kind of movie that you're going to like.
Have you guys watched any of the animated Mortal Kombat films? I've watched them all. They're on, I believe they're still on HBO Max. They're really good. Like now the story, they do dive more into the stories for those ones. I can't critique this one because I haven't seen it yet. I'll see it next week. I'll talk about it on maybe next week or like on my show Vera. But I'm hearing that it's a good popcorn movie. So that's nice. The animated movies are really good. I think you would both probably like them. You should check them out. If I think they're still on HBO Max, I'll look and I'll put it in our group chat later. Let you know.
But it imitates like the setup of the game. I have heard people go, if you don't like the games, you're not going to like this. I don't think that's true. I don't know anything about the games. I started playing PC games from Age of Empires 2, so I played Tekken 2 and that was it. I never really played Mortal Kombat apart from I think on a couple of arcade machines. I don't know any of the characters. Quite frankly, it's not complicated enough to need to know the games. It's more a case of if you just like action stuff. Yeah, and even then, it is a case of you will watch some of the fights and think, these people just aren't very good at fighting. They needed to hire more people. But that's a case of casting rather than anything else. The bald black woman that's in everything and she's upcoming in another game, she's awful in it. She can't fight to save her life.
Oh my god. I thought I was like, where have I seen her from? She's from You, the TV show with Penn Badgley.
Which one?
The bald black girl.
The one in the front at the bottom.
Oh, she was in that Sabrina show too. And she was in that game.
She's been in lots of stuff.
Yeah, we're like,
she's been in lots of video games as characters. She always looks like herself. She's in.
Yeah, that looks awful. I can't believe they did that to Jade. She's supposed to be hot.
She's not the. I don't think it's like the most egregious part of the movie. If you have a problem with the movie, she is bad, but she's not the worst.
No, I'm more on about like fighting competency.
Oh, yeah.
Like
she's very bad. I actually think Sonya was the best in terms of female.
Which one, Sonya? The name's almost not.
The blonde chick.
Oh yeah, she was good.
Yeah, Katana was not good at all.
Katana's
really?
Which? Yeah.
That makes me sad. She's my favorite character in the games.
Me too. Well,
I like when so I think it's a bit of a mix. When she's punching and stuff, really awful. When she's using her fans and everything's a bit more kind of out there, I think that's when it works really well. In like in her first fight when she's throwing her fans around all the place. One of the ways you can tell if people don't know how to fight in a movie is the more cuts there are, the less that people know how to fight. So they try and cover up the actor's incompetence.
At least she's
sometimes
hot,
better than others.
At least she's hot because they could have DEI'd her as well.
But
overall, I think it's a fun movie. I think the characters that got the screen time. I wish Liu Kang had more screen time. But
wait, Liu Kang wasn't the main character in this?
No.
Really? Sorry. He's supposed to be.
Well, I mean,
that's disappointing.
And I think that's where maybe some really big fans are like, ugh. But
okay, well, I might still enjoy it because like you don't have to go in every movie.
Fun.
You know, if it's a nice popcorn movie, whatever. But it's not going to be. I mean, I like the original Mortal Kombat, that one, and people will look at that and like that's cheesy, that's campy. But I enjoyed it when like for what it was.
And what I would say is,
because Liu Kang is supposed to be the main character, but
if you're not sure, wait till streaming. I don't think you'll be. If you like action movies, I don't think you'll be disappointed on this in streaming. Maybe if you paid for it, so you might be.
It'll be good. So I watched it in D-Box, which is probably why I enjoyed it a lot more. Having the 4-directional chair with like as if you're in the fight itself.
I don't know. I don't think we have that over here. I've never been in that.
Maybe if you ever get a chance to Disbrew, I always recommend.
I mean, it would have to be in a foreign country. I don't.
Yeah. F1.
Not being in London, we don't particularly have like state of the art anything.
Yeah. D-Box definitely made it better, but I think I still would have enjoyed it regardless. It was very fun. I was laughing throughout it most of the entire time, but then again, maybe it was the nerd in me. I'm easy to please also, so.
Well, I like the Resident Evil. I like all the Resident Evil movies except 3. And I don't know the Resident Evil. I like action movies. I've always liked action movies. I don't need something to have a really complex plot which do it. And actually, a lot of the movies that I really like for the plot, so I really like Basic, and you go and look at the Basic reviews, and the people hate it. And so I'm like,
it was very basic. It wasn't like anything.
Yeah, but it's an action movie. When it comes to an action movie, I want a basic plot because I want the plot to be, look, here's some people, now we're fighting. That's all. I just set up the fight in an action movie. If I want a complex plot, I'll watch a TV series. I'm not someone who's like, no, I've never understood the sentence, this scene needs to breathe. I don't know what that means. You just want to spend time on it doing nothing so I can get bored? You have 90 minutes. I don't want to be bored. I want you to go on to the next thing. I want you to go on to the next fight immediately. I think I have very different requirements for movies than a lot of other people. Probably because I watch TV series more than movies.
Maybe.
I watch movies for the spectacle, for the budget, for the action set pieces that you just can't get in TV series.
I do think the movie probably went on a little long. There's probably some scenes
what's the runtime?
Cut down like 2 hours. A little under 2 hours.
Oh, all right. Well,
I thought it was a lot less. I thought it was just over 90 minutes, but I could be wrong.
1 hour 56 minutes, if I remember correctly.
Well, while we're on the Mortal Kombat topic, Todd Garner apparently. We had to leave in the group chat. We had to find out like what did he say, and I love how Disbrew asked the question and then he's like, "Oh, he found it before we even answered it." So Todd Garner says, "I wanted to address a comment I made regarding some of the critical responses to our movie. I realized that in my eagerness to defend the people who worked so hard.
I'm surprised you start with this end of it and not the initial comment.
More? Where is it? Oh, well, I was gonna just do this and then jump to the comment because that's how we given them our like version, like what we've seen. So
This is the very generous interpretation.
Yeah. I know. He said, I lost sight of the fact that our job is to create the best movie possible, not only for the fans, but for anyone coming to the cinema. Once that movie is out in the world, no one is above criticism for that. I apologize. And then this is what he said. Mortal Kombat 2 movie producer lashes out at negative reviews that don't have any love for the genre. That's kind of lame to say, right? Because if like you just told, like, I haven't seen it yet and you already told me something as a fan of the games and, you know, the lore, that doesn't make sense to me. That not only
quite frankly, there isn't enough lore that you need to know.
Well, have you played the games? No, there is a lot. There actually is.
I'm sure there is a lot, but
I haven't. What I mean for the movie, in the movie, I never found myself thinking, God, I wish I had the context of this character.
Well, like you just told me, my initial response to like you telling me that like not only is Liu Kang not the main character, which he is like the main character of Mortal Kombat, he's barely in it, which is like I can see why like diehard fans. I'm not gonna like freak out about that, but it is a little bit disappointing because he's a good main character. So people that are diehard fans are going to.
He's your introduction.
He is not the main character. He is a character in it. He's in it quite a bit. I would say he's probably top 5. Right? Top 5?
Was there like a part in here where he actually said
yeah, there you go. That's the quote.
This was what he really said. Some of these reviews are cracking me up. It's clear they have never played the game and have no idea what the fans want or any of the rules / canon of Mortal Kombat. One reviewer was mad that a guy had a laser eye. Why the F do we still allow people that don't have any love?
Ugh. So this is
That's
kind
not
of
a good thing to say.
So this is attacking the audience, but kind of in the opposite direction, which I've actually not seen realistically before when it comes to
they do this all the time though. This was definitely an L on his part, right? Like let people are going
you just need to shut your mouth. Yeah
exactly. They're gonna critique your movie whether it was like a phenomenal movie that was, even if this movie came out and it was like 100% accurate to the Mortal Kombat lore, there's still going to be people that don't like it. They're like, hey, I didn't like this character, the way this person was portrayed. It's just what happens. And if you can't handle it, don't make movies.
I think you should have just said, that's a good critique. For the next one.
I don't think you need to say it's a good critique. I think you can go. We had a very specific audience demographic when we made this movie. We really care about the game fans more than anything else. If you're not a big fan of the games and you don't know the lore, maybe you won't like it as much. But we think we can make a proper little franchise off the fans. We made it exclusively for the fans, and we hope other people are interested. But they weren't really our priority, and so I can understand why a lot of critics wouldn't really be interested in that. At the moment, there's a real problem in Hollywood where everyone thinks, and some of the viewers thinks that everything needs to be made for them.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
This movie needs a story because I don't like it. So maybe you weren't meant to. Maybe it's just not your movie. There's nothing wrong with Jurassic Park being movies for people that love dinosaurs eating people. It doesn't need a big complex plot. It already makes enough money to make the next movie. And that's the only thing that matters. It's a product. And I think,
you're gonna like too.
Yeah, but I think there's a huge advantage. Like, we have lived through a period where everyone's trying to spend $200, $500, $700 million that has to make a wide movie for everybody. But if you have a smaller budget, you can now hyper-focus your movie at people and make something they really enjoy and no one else likes. But as long as it's profitable and you can keep using that to make more products, who cares, right?
Absolutely.
I feel like the people that are attacking people for not liking it is just kind of as like
this has been
the people that are like attacking for liking it. Now there's a difference between like if you like this and then you're attacking people, kind of like going back to the Star Wars stuff, right? Like the Disney Star Wars people attacking the OG fans, like that's lame. It's like you can like what you like, you don't need to be attacked for liking something, just like with this. But it's how you come back at it. Like this, we're like this, and like the OG fans, like if they're like yelling at him on Twitter, he's gonna be like, oh, whatever. Like he doesn't care. Nope. But it's like, that's where the problem is. So like it's both sides, right? Like you didn't like it, I'm gonna attack you. You liked it, I'm gonna attack you. This has been
something I've put up with my entire life. Decades before I ever started doing YouTube, I'd be talking to someone about a movie and I'd be like, yeah, because I like action movies. So I'd be like, yeah, I like this movie. It's like blah 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 blah. And I'd be like, oh, jangling keys. I'm like, what do you even mean? It's an jangling key. Like it's a critique or something. It's like, you don't like the movie. I like people punching people in the face. I'm a man. Shoot me.
I'm a man. I like fights.
It's like I like Metal Gear. I like The Matrix 2 because it's got loads of action scenes in it. I think it's awesome. And a lot of people are like, it's not Matrix 1. So, well, yeah, but it's an action movie. It's like the Matrix 1 was a different type of movie, but Matrix 2 was an action movie. Maybe you just don't like action movies. But it is that almost kind of pretentious attitude of, well, this needs this, and it needs to be high art, and it needs to be... No, I just like people punching people in the face. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can go and watch your boring 3-hour biopics about whatever it is. I'm not going to like them. But you don't see me going to the dock and slapping the sailors' cocks out your mouth, do you? It's the whole kind of things about this, that people can just like different things.
Yeah.
We're talking about slapping things out of mouths. As someone who's... I've never really played the story or single player in Mortal Kombat. I've only ever played 2-player with my friends, with my family.
3 was awful. Reloaded was great.
So I never knew there was a plot until I was older.
And that's fine because it started off as an arcade game where you just fight. And that's what some people like about it. And that's
I literally thought Mortal Kombat 1 was a story they made up. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I didn't do that much research.
I haven't played any of the new one, the newest. I'm trying to think. I think PlayStation 3 was actually the last Mortal Kombat game that I played all the way through, like through the story, and it was good. I've heard that it's gone down. I do have it on Steam. Maybe eventually I'll play it. But yeah, the way that's totally like fine thinking like that, because as a kid, I thought the same thing. You see, the Mortal Kombat arcade game, and you don't think, I want to see the story-rich game. You're like, I want to go punch people.
We just knew there was characters who had special moves and special weapons, and that was it. And like had cool killing final scenes.
Yeah, a lot of these games, like especially the Japanese games, they make the game first and then think of the lore later. I'm not saying that Mortal Kombat, it's not Japanese, right? No, that was American creators, wasn't it, that did Mortal Kombat? I had to look into that. But I'm just using that as an example because the Japanese ones are very known for that, right? Like Mario and stuff, right? Like that's not, the game was made first and then they decided to add the lore later. A lot of games
there was one,
like these kind of games anyways.
I'm trying to work out which one it is. It's not Dead by Daylight.
Yes,
something
yes,
like
right.
that.
I knew it was Ed Boon was one of them. Yeah, they're American. I was just using Japan as an example because they do that a lot with their games. Game first, lore later.
Dead or Alive. The
Really?
Dead or Alive series, that was made Jiggle physics first. And then
Jiggle
everything else
physics?
afterwards. Dead or Alive, when it first came out, was renowned purely for the Jiggle physics. It would like invented, well, I don't know whether it invented, but it maximized the concept of juggling in a fight, so you could keep hitting the women in the air to maximize the jiggle physics.
I remember the moves to get them in the air. It's usually like the little kick. But I wasn't looking for the jiggle physics because, I mean, that wasn't,
Now she looks
like, I can jiggle myself. Why get a dog and bark yourself? That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
nope. Not reflected.
I saw a video this week of it was like an Asian girl eating an ice cream on a boat, and he went, if everyone complains about jiggle physics in a video game again, I'm going to show them this video. And she's just going up and down on the waves. It's like,
oh my god! Speaking of food, did you see that McDonald's ad where the
I have them.
See, Disru knows a lot of stuff, guys. All she had to do was bring it up, and he's like, I got it right here, actually.
Okay,
she ate like the smallest bite out of that burger.
I didn't see it.
No. Well, I only have 2 videos. So this one is going to be an unrelated one, but it makes sense when people are like, look, McDonald's has got to be rage baiting at this point because they are just like, look, you thought one hot girl was cute. How about loads of them? We're going to have loads of hot girls.
Wait, is this like a pop band? I feel like that's a pop band.
I have no idea. All I know is this is a lot of hot girls eating food, about as much as I got with this. But then there was the other one. Now, yes, in the first one, which one is it? Okay, so I have the second video that came out because a load of people said she didn't eat the burger.
It didn't look like she ate the burger.
Well, no, she didn't eat the burger, and part of that is in this. One thing to remember is any advert in the West just has the most ugly of dogs because all their marketing team are really insecure, middle-aged, barren women that can't have an attractive woman on the screen. And then you have Japan. And so in this, you will see the scene where she eats the burger first. But then people are like, it's made of glue and paint. It isn't, not in Japan. So she gets the burger, and that's the scene that you see in the first one where she's clearly faking it, right? She's essentially rubbing her nose into the burger in this picture. There is no bite happening in this, but then it's she does actually eat the rest of the burger.
She had to warm up to it first.
Oh
yeah, she's clearly taking bites out of the burger and the rest of it. Now there's a reason.
More of the burger than the CEO.
Yeah, she just shoves it in there at the end. It's like she definitely eats the burger. Now, there's a reason for this. In Japan, they have a law that the food you get has to look identically to the advertisement.
No,
So
that's not. Yeah, if it doesn't, they can get in trouble. Size-wise, too.
Yeah, perfect. So there are people buying boxes of food or biscuits or whatever and putting it on the outside of the box, and it's literally identical. So this is the same for McDonald's. They have to make their burger look like the first one. So when people are like, oh, it's just paint chips. No, this is just proving how inferior your culture is to other places. And when I say your culture, I include mine because we do the same stuff.
I believe it's not even the culture, it's the FDA. You have to blame a lot of this on the FDA because they
well, yeah, but I don't have the FDA. We also have the same problem with you get it and it's like this dead dripping burger. It looks like it's been in the fridge for 3 days. This is more a case of companies will get away with what they can if you don't have laws against them. But what the thing that got me was a load of people judged Japan by their standards. Like, well, what do you mean she's not eating it? Of course she isn't eating it because it's not even food. It's like, no, it is over there because they're better than you.
That's something that I would want to do if I went to other countries. As silly as it would sound, I would want to try like McDonald's to compare because it looks so much better. You see, like in Italy, they have all this different stuff. Like I think they have like gelato and stuff, and the ingredients are better. So it's like it's silly. Like obviously, if I'm in Italy, I'm not gonna just sit there and eat at McDonald's like every day. I'm gonna go to good places. But before I left, I would want to at least try it and compare it, and I'm sure I'd be like, wow,
They
I'll
have
never
different
touch McDonald's in the
recipes.
States again.
No, every country has its different recipes. Because,
Yeah, there's different. It's cool. It's kind of interesting.
So this is stuff I learned back in school. Flavor profiles are different per country. So what they do is they test people from the country and see what recipes they like. For example, I know like KFC is the saltiest recipe in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason,
they sell a lot of soda over there. Huh?
Things in America are really sweet, like incredibly sweet, compared to anything in Europe. And your chocolate tastes like vomit, and no American seems to realize.
I will agree with that. I like looking at ingredients lists, and if I find ingredients that I don't know, I probably would not buy it or eat it. And that's a big reason why I blame a lot of stuff on the FDA, because they allow companies to put these filler ingredients and crappy ingredients in food, which end up poisoning the population. It's a slow poison. Whereas when you go to Europe, chocolate,
specifically Eastern Europe, especially. So Eastern Europe is a lot very base ingredients. So there is no filler food. It's very simple food, but it's delicious food because it's just from like 5 or 6 basic ingredients, not 50,000 different things that have all been put together in some kind of splooge.
Yeah. Chocolate bars, Milka, for example, is one of my favorite chocolate bars from over there, and it tastes so good. And it's like
the issue with that is it's Cadbury's was bought by Kraft, an American company, and they ruined Cadbury's. So they removed a lot of the good ingredients and replaced it with like fructose corn syrup and seed oils and stuff. I don't know whether it'll be the same anymore.
I used to love Cadbury. I haven't had it in a while though.
But the reason why American chocolate tastes like vomit or smells like vomit to anyone else is because it includes the same chemical which is found in vomit, which is like a natural byproduct of how it was originally stored during sort of the expansion through America. Actually, the beans produce a certain chemical, which is only found in vomit. So it was natural using off milk and stuff over there. So it's been like a traditional recipe, but to the rest of the world. And I love things like that. But the thing is, you say things like, it tastes like vomit, and people get really offended. I'm like, no, you don't say. I'm saying it because I think it's interesting, like the cultural differences.
List. I'm looking at chat, and people are saying Milka sucks now. That makes me sad. It's been a while.
A lot of Cadbury's chocolate sucks now. Yeah.
What's the next best, like, low to mid range?
A lot of people still like Freddo, but I don't know whether Freddos were still affected by things. I'd have to actually look because I don't eat chocolate anymore because it got changed, so I don't really know what's changed and what hasn't.
It's been a while. I eat.
The other thing with this though is literally just the attractiveness of the woman compared to the Western advertisements.
Well, and this is like an underrated attractiveness. Like, it's not like she has her boobs out or anything like that. She's
clearly like back from work or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it's nice to see like average pretty girl. You don't have to do anything crazy, and you're still a gorgeous person, not over the top with your boobs out and whatnot.
Well, she is an attractive person. They've just not dressed her up.
Yeah.
So she's not like an average person, which they've put in average clothes. It is like an attractive person they put in average clothes. Mm-hmm. But they've also not dolled her up to try and be peak at everything. It's like, no, you can be this if you try.
Yeah, you can enjoy McDonald's too.
It is you can be better in your marketing, but this is still like someone that'll lure you in rather than. Have you ever considered not caring about your appearance and looking like an ugly dog for the rest of your life?
She's definitely girl next door material.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but the other one wasn't it, like where it showed lots of different women, and it is just.
Those are pop stars. I believe it.
Well, maybe they are, right? But it's like McDonald's over here wouldn't do that. It would get some like fat black woman to be in and be like, no, this is what you're supposed to be for the future. It's like, well, is that going to make me want to eat McDonald's? Or would having some incredibly attractive 10 actually be better for you?
We just need hot people again.
Yeah, it sells. I don't
Bring
know.
back attractive people.
But guess what? We have a
go,
trans black woman who's quadriplegic and has cerebral palsy that can totally model the next McDonald's ad.
Here's a palate cleanse for the men in the chat.
This is
Hollywood actress Sweeney is going viral. I have found out this is her hairdresser. Is it fake?
I have found out this is fake, by the way. Yeah,
well,
apparently
it still could be a palate cleanser for their eyes. There
that is what Twitter community notes told me just before the stream.
Okay.
Which part is fake? The whole thing or
her hairdresser?
I don't think the woman next to her exists.
Okay. Well, you know what? It was still a palate cleanser for you guys. You're welcome. This I found interesting.
We probably should have known, because no one like Sydney Sweeney would be standing next to someone that makes her look worse. This is the universal rule of woman.
That's true. I love those pictures that you see on Twitter where you're like, this is someone's Tinder picture with women's psychology. Who is the one that posted this?
So this was interesting. 59% of Gen Z users actually subscribe and then unsubscribe to a streaming service just to watch a single title. Listen,
I do that.
I do that too. I don't think that's just a Gen Z thing, because
we gotta pick and choose our services now that they're so expensive.
An
There's
example
too many.
is I had Hulu and didn't use it for like 6 months. I'm going through my subscriptions, and I'm like, why do I still have Hulu? I have it back now because I got it because I wanted to watch King of the Hill, and then I'm like, oh, I might as well catch up on a few things. But I got rid of it for like over a year because I'm like, I'm not using it. So why keep it when you're not using it? That's actually a
that'll save you like
decision.
That'll save you like $150 or something, like over the course of a year. It's not these aren't small bills when you add them up over time, month by month, and it's just like ticking out.
Exactly. And a lot of people use it they're a trial, like that they'll do the and then they don't have to pay for it. They'll use like the week trial or whatever and like binge what they need to watch and then get rid of it because just how
many emails
people do that.
You have?
Yeah. And 62% won't pay full price for video games. I get that because games are crazy. The prices right now.
People
if I wasn't
buying Loaded and on Green Men Gaming and waiting for sales.
If I wasn't...
so you are in the 62% then, because that also includes like Green Man Gaming does often have sales for new games, but you're not paying full price then, are you? That's all that includes it. And it is a case of that just means that 62% of people think that full price for a game isn't worthwhile, and they will go to efforts to do it. And I can't even say why.
On the game, and sometimes I buy multiple keys if I like the game, like a physical copy and all that. If I really, really like the game,
you're also an exception though, because you play new games on stream, and so you have a reason to play new games at launch. But for instance, me, I have loads of games that I could probably play for years and years and not need to buy new games. And so when you're in that position, especially with Steam, there's so many cheap, great games from the past. If you're not desperate to play something to communicate with others or to play whatever's trending at the time, there's no real need to play full games for the things. You can always wait till there's a sale on and then pick it up then. And then you already have a backlog, so you permanently have a backlog into the future for the rest of time. I think this is a bit different for sort of consoles where they have less games, but on PC, 62% is definitely most people think.
Yeah, I agree why some people don't want to. I'm not going to pay full price for every game. If there's a game I really want, I'm going to pay full price for it. And if I didn't stream games, I'd probably wait for things to go on sale, especially on Steam, right? Because like certain games like the Resident Evil, I would have, as much as I loved and wanted to play that, I would have probably waited to stream it because I don't usually stream new games because everybody's streaming them. So I like to wait a little bit. But with that one, I was like, no, like the first week I beat it. I'm like, I don't want spoilers. So, games I really like, I'll pay full price for. But if it's something I'm interested in and I could wait and I have like a backlog of stuff I'm playing, I'll just wait. And then eventually it goes on a Steam sale. That's another plus of being PC gamer mostly. And 71% have stopped buying physical music. I get that. I still buy it sometimes, but it's only for stuff I really love. I love music. That's me. Like not everybody likes music. Like
I'm surprised it's not
I would
larger,
say I'm like
honest.
I would say I'm like a music buff, if that makes sense. Like I just absolutely love it. So, but even with that, I pay for YouTube Premium, and that's part of the reason why. It's like when I'm working out, I just have the YouTube Premium, and I'm not gonna like get a CD player and put a CD in there or put my like record player on while I'm listening to music. So I like it for the earbud purpose, but I do still buy physical music. 70% no longer buy hard copies of TV shows and movies. I get that because again, with that, I only like having movies I really like, because if not, you just end up with just like an insane amount of just DVDs and stuff all over your house. And it's like, are you going to watch this? It's kind of like the same thing you can do with your closet, right? Like if you have something in there that's not formal wear excluded that you haven't worn in like 2 years, you should probably get rid of it. And that's the same thing with like movies, right? I only want to keep the ones that I love and that I will watch again and again. So that's not like a huge amount, because
it's definitely more than 2 years between some of the things I watch, though, to be fair.
Well, Well, yeah.
I actually think it's worse than that. It's not, are you going to watch the movie again? It's, are you so desperate to get the improved quality in audio, because physical copies do have better audio and quality than streaming? But are you so interested in the movie that you will walk over, grab the disc, pull it out, put it in the player, switch over to the player? Like, I know this seems like a really modern problem, and it's a small, tiny thing. Yeah, but compared to just going onto Netflix and playing it, actually, a lot of people just go for the simpler thing if there's not a noticeable difference to them.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I think that at least for a lot of people that I know, the reason they buy a physical copy is either to get the behind the scenes, better audio, or better visuals, or they know they effed with the show and edited it, so they'd rather the original. So I get why people buy at least TV and movies hard copies. Versus music, I don't really see the point in buying physical music as much, unless you're really
audiophiles would be the exception there, because they're very into, this is not the exact bit depth of the original song, it's been changed a little bit, so they get very specific over it. But they are a bit of a hyper niche, because they'll spend like $3,000 on a headphone, and very, very specific compared to like mainstream. With TV series, you have some kind of rips like Next Generation or X-Files, where the DVDs give you different ratio, view ratios.
And even like, for example, Doctor Who. Doctor Who hasn't had a steady streaming place since I've been interested in the IP. So it makes more sense for me to have the DVDs than it is to stream. Oh, I got to go to HBO now. I got to go to Disney now. I got to go here now. And now it's not even on anywhere.
Yeah, and an example for me, like, I love that I have the collector's edition of Buffy, right? I know Disbrew hasn't brought up any of his stuff. I haven't brought up Buffy. Here it is. But they have.
I actually did. I just didn't say the name. I said a Jimmy Carr joke earlier. I just didn't give the reference.
All right, so he
take a drink.
It. Take a drink, chat. Like, they have behind the scenes stuff, but not even that. So when they made Buffy digital, they ruined the cinematography of it. So, and I'm someone who's a big fan. People who don't care, like new people getting into it, like they're fine with it. You're still getting the story, whatever. But me, I'm like, it looks so much better on the DVDs. And even once like a Blu-ray comes out, I wouldn't buy it, because the Blu-ray is going to be the digital version that they ruined. So I keep the DVDs for that. But again, that's my favorite show. So that's why I want it on physical media.
I think what we're all talking about, though, is the exceptions, not the rule. And if you look at these, they're all like 70%, 60%. So we are talking about the 30% of exceptions, but I think for the majority, it makes sense, especially in time where it costs, especially. No, of course you want to maximize your money. Of course you want to limit the subscriptions. I keep Netflix and Crunchyroll. Everything else is just for a specific show. And I can write it off. But I'm still like, I have no reason to subscribe to Disney Plus at any other point.
And back to like the physical music, I bought and it looks really great. It's like a retro looking record player, but it also has a CD, Blu-ray, and then even like a tape. I don't really have tapes, but some older music that I listen to, when I put it on like the vinyl, it does sound better. I'm like, okay, I get it. It sounds really nice.
Well, vinyl is probably the best, like, in terms of data of music and is it
no
what's the best then? I'm actually curious.
Okay, so this is a much argued point between audiophiles. If you actually want
it's a point of contention.
if you want the actual specific digitally measurable point, then no, it isn't. What vinyl does is vinyl adds in noise, and some people like the difference that the noise makes. So they kind of like the lesser quality of it, essentially. They think it sounds more realistic compared to, they would see the perfectly accurate digital bit depth to be a bit cold with no life. So why some people like tube amps. All tube amps do are add noise into the audio, but some people like the effect that the noise adds to the music.
Would you say CD is the best on a stage versus in a room?
Did you say like CD or digital would be the best? Because I agree with that.
CDs can lose a lot of quality. Actually, just pure digital. I don't know the exact things. I know WAV is lossless, but any lossless formats at a specific bit depth lose no quality. But some people like the effect that the variations in vinyl have. It becomes a bit like arty.
Specifically, like the older stuff, right? Like stuff from like the movies. 60s, 70s, 80s. Like when I have that stuff on vinyl, it has a different like vibe, and I like it. So that's you're right. You're absolutely right.
Movies are a good thing because like the noise that you see over a picture gives it a certain visual depth. But that was a mistake. That was an error. That was just something that happened during film quality that we don't need in digital stuff. But some people like film grain in the picture. They think it makes it gives it a certain appearance and look. Like 60 FPS is objectively better than 24 FPS, but some people like watching movies at 24 FPS a lot more. So, you know. And also, a lot of people don't know, but when we were moving from sort of silent films over to more fast edited action things, a lot of people got like motion sickness when they went to the cinema because they weren't used to all the cuts and the fast moving things. So this is why actually edits have got faster over time because we got more and more used to it.
And now we have TikToks.
Yeah. For better or worse.
In portrait format.
Mm-hmm. So now everyone films all of their red carpet footage in portrait.
You know, it did make me sad when Starfleet Academy was posting like their episode teasers in portrait.
Exclusively. Yeah.
And I was like, we've finally gone to the Gen Z moment where we've gone over. It's not just we're gonna have one and the other to attract both audiences. We're only looking at Gen Z now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
We're only interested, and well, I mean, look how it worked out for them, though, right? Yeah, so I don't think that was actually a good tactic, but they clearly at some point thought, and I do think a lot of this comes down to who's in your marketing department. And I think if you hire a certain demographic in your marketing department, and it tends to be the demographic in marketing departments, they only do marketing for themselves. They cannot virtualize another person's perspective.
It's so weird, right? And they always say, I empathize this, blah, blah, blah. I can totally imagine whatever in your shoes. I don't think so.
Anytime someone starts a conversation like that,
empathy,
no, I'm not going to listen to you now.
Empathy is the right word in that scenario. So empathy is where you put yourself in their shoes. Sympathy is where you are a third-party observer, imagining what somebody else feels. So only one of those is the ability to synthesize somebody else's perspective. Empathy is, I know what I would feel like if I was you. So it's all very narcissistic, self-centered main player character.
That's what I'm saying,
Sympathy is, I'm not you, but I can virtualize your world.
But I feel bad for what you're going through.
Yeah.
And then this makes sense too, because you think of like the TikTok generation and like people getting spoilers, some of the older generation, or even like in between like Gen Z and millennial don't care. But Gen Z is the most theatrical generation, with 13% more likely to attend opening weekend than older moviegoers. And like I said, that's because they don't want spoilers, right? Like you go on TikTok and like the picture for like the thumbnail. Well, like the picture for like the thumbnail will give away part of the story. So it's like if you're really interested in something, you want to see it right away. But I do too. Like there's something that I could wait a week to see. I knew I wasn't going to get like super spoilers for Mortal Kombat besides like, you know, maybe parts of the story, because like I know the Mortal Kombat story. I was just expecting fighting, right? So I'm like, that's okay. I can't get to it Thursday. I'll go see it next week. But something big that I really wanted to see, you know, that's story driven, I try to go see it immediately because I don't want to get spoilers because I'm online.
The thing is, I don't believe them. What? Because everything that I've read about demographics is that Gen Z doesn't really go to the cinema that much.
Well, it's now, if this was that's a small percentage, to be fair.
Yeah, but if this was a questionnaire that was done outside Bancraft, then yes, I'd believe it. Or I think this matters how the data was collected. Because when it comes to like most Marvel movies or anything like that, in fact, nearly all the mainstream things, Gen Z is always down there at the bottom of the demographics,
they don't tend to pay for stuff.
They don't want to buy anything. They're like, I don't want to work and I don't want to spend money. Someone take care of me.
I would be surprised if they were largest demographic. Yeah. Unless this was done, and without, you'd have to go to the original source to find out how it was collected. But yeah, if this was done outside a Minecraft movie or very specific movies, I'd understand. But not in general.
Yeah. I mean, like, I can understand why some of them might, but you're right. I mean, 13% is a small number, but I didn't really think about it. What you just said makes more sense because, again, like, they don't want to spend money. They don't really go out.
I Googled, this is the AI answer. Oh, this is Brave AI answer. So this was conducted by Kantar and UC Berkeley, California. A survey of 6,250 consumers in the US, UK, and Australia highlights a shift towards subscription hopping and away from physical media. So
it's like where and when. Like, is this in a movie theater? And if so, what movie was it out of? Like, that's what matters.
I mean,
obviously
6,000 is a big amount, but it depends on where
it's not a big amount when you think it's spread over multiple countries.
Well,
it's like 2,000 people per country.
That's what sampling is for, because you want to try to get a sample of the entire whatever, at least these 3 countries.
Well, you're not going to you're not going to do that outside of one. Like, best. If you take a sample outside of a John Wick movie compared to a Bluey movie, you're going to have very different data, aren't you? This is why people like, you don't trust the science. I shouldn't have to trust science. It's science. But if you think that you should just believe science, you don't know science.
So they also added that these are highly engaged entertainment consumers. So I'm going to assume that they went somewhere where they already are. So
yeah, I would imagine they took the questionnaire outside of inside of a movie cinema somewhere.
Maybe it doesn't say how they found it, but I think there's a little bias in this.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if more Zoomers view movies than other people, because everything we've seen, everything we've seen is movie people desperately trying to get Zoomers interested and failing. All new things are made for Zoomers. They desperately want a new generation. Starfleet Academy was made for a new generation, and they can't get them. And one of the reasons is because they don't know what they want, right? They all think that the next generation is this super woke set of lunatics, which have been perfectly indoctrinated by school.
They kind of just like don't care. I feel like the younger generation is going to be a bit more base, especially the alpha after Gen Z. Because they're just sitting here watching everybody cry and complain. They're going to be like, it's like toughen up. Like, what?
No,
you know
but
what I mean?
I do think Gen Z was told what to do, and then I feel like, because parents gave them too much space, that they couldn't decide what they ended up wanting to do or with their lives, put their money towards and whatnot. Because as a society, they're also dumber with their IQ points.
And I will say, like, I know a few, like, Gen Zers that are actually based and cool, but it's like they're probably a small percentage, because even they're like, yeah, my generation's cooked.
I think a majority, the people who are actually here are probably very, very much so not the generalized population.
Yeah. Same thing, like millennials getting attacked. It's like fair. Like, a lot of them are like retarded, but there's one thing that I like to compare, like, with millennials and Gen Z, and I seen a Gen Z girl make a video on this, because Gen Z is like so scared. They're scared to do things. They're scared to like step out there and be like.
Oh, well, that's understandable. This was the first generation of people where every single thing they were done, everything they were recorded everywhere. Everyone had a mobile phone on them. They were on the internet. Everything they say on the internet recorded and taken into a job.
Yeah,
they were the first people to actually be entirely viewed all times. So when I was a kid, I didn't have the internet till I was 18. And if my permanent record of stuff I said before I was 18, woo! So
I know, did you go to juvie?
I didn't go to juvie, no.
Okay.
I was around on the internet before dodgy jokes were banned.
He was a class clown. He's already told us this, that he was kind of a class clown. Or at least his friends were.
Anyone that was around in the UK and you knew Frankie Boyle, Jimmy Carr, pushing the boundaries of jokes was the entire point. It was what for comedy was. And so everybody was making the worst jokes possible all the time.
Yeah.
And then it's only when you remove it from that context and you move it 20 years into the future and you got some stupid woman on the news going, did you say that actually? And then it's like, well, out of the context and the period and time it was said, it sounds bad, but it was a joke. And so now, just because some miserable harpy has no sense of humor, I'm supposed to think it's not funny. No, that actually just makes it more funny, love. But these things are of a time and a place that you're then moving into the future. So now I can understand why Zoomers don't want things they did when they're 16 recorded, put on the internet for the rest of time. So when they're 45 with a wife and kids, like, do you remember when you did this at a party when you were 16?
Exactly. I'm so thankful that I grew up without like well, when I was in school, there wasn't smartphones because they would record everything, like you just said.
Oh my God.
It does make sense, but like the millennial generation was at least more out there and not afraid to like live. And because of what Disru just said, and among many other things that have happened over the last like even 10 years, Gen Z is very like scared of like their shadows, and they don't want to like live in the world.
It's so true. You never know who's recording. Millennials, whatever was on the internet was put up there by us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see this. So in Eastern Europe, because they grew up under communism, one of the parts of that was that your family, your friends, your children, everyone would be used to inform on you. And this is within living memory in Eastern Europe. So one of the cultures of Eastern Europe is that people are wary of strangers. It's not that they're not friendly. It's just that they're kind of curt with you. They do the service and move on. And that seems rude from a Western perspective, but that's just the way they are because of being a bit more withdrawn. They need to trust you before they open up. And you find out that this happens across generations. If people become wary of, well, I don't know whether you're recording me. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know whether, especially, I think you're going to see it in the future with people recording on glasses as it goes in.
Oh, yeah,
now
right.
no one
The
will know
Meta
whether they're recording at any
PC,
time.
Or not PC, the Meta PC.
Yeah.
The Meta,
it's like,
Meta,
okay,
right?
so they're
Meta,
supposed to have a recording light on, but if you never know for sure, you're going to be way more wary at all times than just when I was, where you could say do anything. I was going to know in 10 years. It's not going to stick.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I probably would be a bit more different, I guess, if everything I did in school was potentially recorded.
Recorded, shareable to your peer group, so you're judged at every second of your entire life.
Well, and
teenagers are brutal, man.
They are. Bullying is at a new level with online, and I mean, there's documentaries of like how bad it can get for some kids. It's honestly, it's kind of scary. I'm glad we didn't grow up with that looming threats behind avatars. Now we just do it as adults on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm in the bullying serves a social purpose group of people. I think a large part of society, the problem is that everyone's coddled. It's all the feminine way of growing up. When actually mothers are meant to raise infants, they're not meant to raise adults, because you're supposed to have another child and raise that, and that takes all your attention away. So men raise the adults. Men take over from the infant to go upwards. That's why you raise people to have a justice-based morality rather than a care-based one.
I guess it's just when the bullying gets to like a dangerous level of physical
but again,
abuse.
that's where the men should have stepped in by that point.
Yeah.
So this is a case of it's very difficult to talk about any topic in isolation because there's always ripples across everything. Where like, when we're talking about this, the entire society was different. So at the same time, men would have also been the teachers. So men would have noticed that this kid's getting bullied, and they would have pulled people over, and they would have treated them with the same thing, and would have instilled them, and they would have hit them with the cane as well as the next anyone else. So yeah, think small changes cause massive ripples across society that people don't think about. And it is a case of there is a benefit to encouraging most people to be like most people and to fit into a degree. That causes a better society. And I even think it's down to, I don't think you should have multiple cultures blending together because they don't blend together. They want to be separate. And so now you've got all these different cultures trying to blend together into one school. They clash. And now no one's allowed to talk to each other about how they're supposed to merge at any point.
Yeah.
And so everyone's supposed to just stay separate at the time. Yeah, now you can't touch them at all.
Yeah.
Whereas in my dad's generation, it was just, you messed up, you got the cane.
Was a little crazy, but
just beat the hell out of you. Like, well, we didn't misbehave.
I guess more so, I guess the things I'm thinking about is more the not the general, it's the rule. When it gets to like that dangerous level, and I guess you're probably right with the men. They get a little beat, but and it does work. Okay, it really does work when these kids are saying things, they're threatening. It's just, and then they stop.
I really agree with this brew on a lot of like the takes that he has when it comes to like men being more feminized now. Like this is societal. Like we had this conversation before. Like say like if you're in a relationship with a guy and he's having an issue, he can lean on his partner, right? Or maybe like his mom. But I feel like men do have to be stoic. Like that's just how it is. And I'm not like,
well, it's dangerous if they're not, because now you have an emotional, violent, aggressive person.
Yeah,
you can't.
Not even just like the violent, aggressive part. You're right, but I mean, like for me personally, if I have like a friend, a guy friend who's like, you know, crying to me about stuff, and it's like, go to your girl with that, or to your mom. Like I know
don't go to your girl. Do not go to your girl. No.
If you're married, it's different. And it
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Don't. No. Your wife does not want to see you cry.
Well, don't. Well, I'm not saying crying. I'm just saying being emotional, like complaining about something. Don't go to
see
your,
what I mean? We're already into the caveats. Just don't do it, guys.
No, I'm just saying,
you're not intelligent enough to guess this game.
Don't go to your friends, okay? Like I'm a woman, and you think that you can go to the woman, right, and be like, man, like, and be all emotional.
Why would you go to a woman? What's she gonna teach you? What this used to be?
I'm saying guys do that now, though, and I'm like, no, please don't.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I don't like it.
And the reason why that's done is because all of men's spaces have been eradicated from society because women wanted to be there so they could get with them and shag them. You used to have the places where men would deal with these problems would be in bars around other men where only men were there with alcohol. And so
that's where you get emotional with your drunk guy friends.
it's genuinely true.
Wrong. It makes sense.
No, it's genuinely true. I have dealt with problems that men have had that were severe problems that were done with alcohol. Because that is when men open up to each other about things. And it doesn't happen very often. But when it does, you're like, this is a serious moment, and I'm pissed out of my fucking mind. But that's the kind of way it happens. But that doesn't happen. If you have a bar full of men, and it's like a gentleman's club from time before, that is an entirely different social situation than if there's women there. And the moment a woman enters that place, everything changes. And the women wanted to enter all of these men's spaces because they wanted to get with the men. But that removes things from the men. Now there is no place where men get together where they can all deal with problems together in a male-only space. And so now people are like, you should go to your wife. There's I can't remember what interview it is, but she was dating like a boxer or something. And she's like, this guy got beaten up in the ring, and she said all I saw him do was that. And the moment I realized he'd lost the fight, I lost all interest in him. Just immediately, I got the ick. Because he's no longer the strong guy that can defend you. Now, he's just a guy that got battered by another one. He was a professional fighter. And the moment, she said I'd seen him lose fights before, but the moment I saw him lose and he held his hands up as if I've just submitted, that was it. Just immediate. She was in an interview with Joe Rogan, and she was telling him, just immediately went off him.
I feel like that is a case of totally been a Caller Daddy podcast.
Well, then may well be like very small times that you could get away with crying to your wife. And it's probably like a significant.
I think
it would probably be like your dad dying or something.
Or like if you're a veteran and you've seen some crazy stuff in the war, like, you know.
We are talking maybe one or two times in your entire life. Anything else is a trap.
I was gonna say all the stuff with the war stuff. I almost guarantee they're not going to talk to their wives.
And you're right, and they're probably not going to. You're right, but I'm saying that'd be a case
men
where it's
will
like if
deal
you need
with
to
it
open
better.
on something. But like I've had like if like I said, if a guy friend comes and is like crying to me, it's gonna push me away as a friend. So I'm like, be stoic, please. I don't need to see this side of you. And it might sound rude, but it's just like I don't.
No, it's gender roles. Like you see him as the guy that is. Can you imagine being on the Titanic and all the men start crying? Like
I think it's
not their role.
Context.
Most
things I don't think women will say, I want a guy who is more sensitive, in tune with his feelings. But as soon as a guy starts crying or whatever, it's like the women who say that, they want you to be sensitive on their terms when they.
No, I think it's a trap.
What subject?
I'll admit that I don't want a guy to be sensitive.
I think it's all a massive shit test.
Like,
I think women will tell you things that they don't actually want because they want you to tell them no.
And somebody loses a family member and they come crying to you about it, that's different. But like if you're in a fight with one of your friends or like a sibling and you're like, man, and you're being like, it's like embarrassing.
Yeah, if you had a tough day at work,
Exactly. No, but disprove. I don't think you understand female psychology. They want.
I don't think you understand female psychology.
I do. I
don't think you do. I think you have a load of things that you think is true and aren't.
Oh my God, let me explain it. So they say they want someone who's emotionally intelligent, in tune with their feelings, but they actually don't want it. They were just told that they want someone who's like that, a feminine man. So as society has dictated for them, they'll say the things that they have learned, and then when they're put in the situation, ew, ick, gross, disgusting.
I agree with a lot of that. I just don't think it's because they got told. I think that there's an inbuilt self-destruct mechanism within society that always pushes women to want something more. And if at any point the men give them that, the society self-destructs. So I think this is a natural self-destruct button. This is why we don't have human bonobos.
But they don't even realize it's a self-destruct. They've been told that this is how you're supposed to be doing this.
I don't think it's that they're told. I think it's just a natural instinct. I think it's always their instinct to ask for more and more and more and more and more. And the idea is to be like, no. Like, they want the boundaries. They want to be told no, because the no means that the men are stronger than you. Why would a woman respect a man which is weaker than themselves? Because he can't protect you.
They delude themselves to thinking that they want like the man to be this certain way, but then when they actually get, the structures that are more masculine, they're like, oh, I've reset to feminine qualities. I'm allowed to be a trad wife. I'm allowed to be able to do things. I want to be taken care of. I love being taken care of. But they also want to have their cake and eat it too, and have the ability to be a strong, independent woman, but on their terms when they want it.
I don't think they want to be a strong, independent woman. I don't think any woman wants to be strong and independent, because it means alone.
They want to have the man give them the life of a trad wife, but then they want to be able to go and do whatever they want as well. That is not trad.
You're right.
Well, yes, but they want the man to tell them no. I don't think the women actually want the freedom of that. This is because essentially a lot of there is a lot of what they've been told, but what they've been told is essentially playing into their instincts, which and I think the instincts are a civilizational self-destruct button. Again, bonobos. Bonobos don't exist anywhere in human society because they died out. Because the moment that bonobos, the only reason bonobos exist is because they don't have any predators. So these human societies of bonobos probably existed at some point where the matriarchal society and just immediately got wiped out by a masculine society. And so I think that essentially the civilizational destruct button is that women always want more, but it's essentially testing the men to tell them no, that this is bad for you. That care-based morality is care-based morality is excellent for the home. Equal distribution, of course, kids shouldn't be fed according to the amount of food that they gathered themselves. That would be ridiculous. They would die. But after that, then you get into justice-based morality, because now you have criminals, you have people that would just leech off society, people causing trouble, and that means that actually bad people deserve bad things happening to them. And the care-based morality can't comprehend that. And so you end up with the gender difference. But if one of them always is searching for power and money, but they get the power and money from other people, they're always searching for more and more and more, and they need to be told no, because now you're encroaching other things and you will destroy society because you'll bring care-based morality to that. And you end up in a situation where any society which allows the weaker people to lead just gets destroyed by stronger people. And we see that in modern society, that every single Western society which has allowed things to get up to a place is now being invaded by other places where the men are like, no, of course we're not going to do that. What do you mean? And there's like an inherent demand for strong masculine men to be taught to tell you no. And I think that's the way all of this goes. I think it's an inherent natural part of humanity.
At least it used to be. But on that note, it's time to catch up on supers because I fell way behind.
Sorry, we were in a fight. Mom and Dad were fighting.
Mom and Dad were fighting again. Das Pooch, thank you for the 5. The highest end Series X is $800. Just buy a PC. Yes, agreed. And Duke Devil gifted 10 memberships. Whoa, thank you, Duke. And Jesus also gifted 1. Thank you so much, Jesus. Dan Vicious for 2. Ever see Radio Flyer or Flight of the Navigator? I have not. I've heard of Radio Flyer, but not Flight of the Navigator. I have not watched those. Joey Tribbiani, thank you for the 5. Hey, Wicked and X-Ray, how you doing? Mortal Kombat sucked. They did a bait and switch. Liu Kang is supposed to be the main character. Disbrew, based.
Yeah, the best
that was a lot of topics in one message. I gotta give you that. You really compressed that one down.
Thank you, Joey.
Wicked, make sure you were there for the Liu Kang and Kung Lao fight. If you best fight.
I'm not gonna leave. I'll watch the whole thing. I'm like, I just left actually. No, I will. I'll let you guys know in the chat, like in our group chat when I go see it. It's gonna be Monday or Tuesday. SCD, thanks for the 5. Correct the picture on the picture on the package must match the size of the snack in Japan. It applies to other things too.
I love
sounds
it.
It's like one to one. It
great.
has to look the same. It has to have the same like chocolate chips in it and everything. It's kind of incredible, actually.
That is really cool. Contra Wars for Canadian 5. Disbrew here talking about Yankee food while his entire culture is just blood pudding, fish and chips, and catatonic despair. But to be
That's
fair,
actually
fish and
that's
chips is
actually
great.
my entire point, though. That each one of the things that you mentioned were it was very few ingredients put together that taste nice. Whereas American food is let's just get a chemistry set and shove it all together and pretend it's food with 500 million different ingredients. And probably add sauce on it because actually it doesn't taste very nice without the sauce.
If I try to make it the cheapest ingredients
to the
so
UK,
that they can make the best profit.
The first thing I'm trying is fish and chips because I love fish and chips, and I bet you it slaps in the UK.
It's highly variable depending on the fish and chip shop.
Go to a certain shop. The dingy or dirty ones are better, in my opinion.
Like the mom and pop places.
Yeah. Don't go. Like honestly, best.
I wouldn't
food
go to
is
a
not
tourist
in London.
trap.
Go out of London.
London's horrible. No one should be in London.
I don't want to go to London. I'm good.
Yeah, you should go to just like a very small town, and you'll find
one day, and I'll ask Disbrew
at a good price too. Because in London,
I have heard
20 euros at least.
There's a Brit that does videos with his girlfriend over in America, and she like drags him around America to test like British things over there. And one thing that they go to is various different fish and chip shops over there, and he always goes into like Gordon Ramsay's ones. Like, this is going to be horrific. I can't believe it. And he says they're always really nice. So
Ramsay's are pretty good.
Christopher Peak, thank you for being a member for 8 months. McDonald's should have an international restaurant in each state that serves the full international menu. They kind of do that from what I've seen. Like they have, you know, each country, I believe, has something that's like special to their country. Like McDonald's has gelato. In Italy,
in America, there should be an American restaurant in each state that has the entire menu.
From what I learned about McDonald's, though, is they use the rest of the world as basically a testing factory for you. So the Big Arch, that was over here 12 months before you guys got it.
Oh, was it?
And then it went, oh yeah, we tested it in these countries. So we were the guinea pigs.
Wow.
Of eating whatever plastic crap they shove in that food.
I was so upset about this, and if I would have been like seeing X-Ray Girl around this time, I would have asked her to get it for me just because I wanted like the merch. They had like this really cool like Grinch set around Christmas time, and it was only in like Chicago and Canada, I think, and it came with like actually really cool stuff. And I'm like, why is it only in Chicago? I think that's their headquarters, but I'm like, only
that's
Chicago.
Where the Grinch is.
Like, I was upset about that, but yeah, we don't always get the cool stuff. Monkey, thank you for the 5. I just get my doo-wop group of Ian Hertz mongoose to record Poi Fix sound. Yeah, Monkey?
You think you guys have a
Is that like a barbershop band? And doo-wop,
oh yeah, I can see that.
Interesting.
Cranberry, thanks for the 5. To be fair, they grew up with a group that believes violence for political offense speech is justified. That's dangerous too. Gen Z for sure. That's why I feel like we have to have some faith that Gen Alpha may turn things around.
We need to hope that Gen Alpha are on betas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a simple way to put it. We need some more alphas, please.
Gen Beta might be screwed though, just judging by the name.
Well, I mean, it's just a title. We can't judge them yet.
Yet.
I hope not. They're the ones that are getting into analog, which is kind of fun and cool, in my opinion. And they might be the ones that are like, we need to touch grass all the time.
Yeah, maybe. Dan Vicious, thank you for the 2. Real American barbecue is clean regarding ingredients. Real being the main factor that you say there. Because I mean, Disbrew's been here and he's had good food. But I mean,
don't get me wrong. Like American food tastes nice. I just don't like the ingredients you put in it. But yeah, barbecue is just meat. The issue then is that Americans have a habit of putting like loads of sauces and crap on it. It's like, no, the meat should be nice on its own. That's the main difference between the meat over there. It's like we just put salt and pepper on it, basically.
Like bread, for example, is probably one of the worst that get over here in America versus other countries.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I make my own now. And I feel better after I eat it.
There's loads of people from both sides, both Americans coming over here and Europeans going over there, where when Europeans go over there, they put on weight. When Americans come over here, they lose weight. And they don't change the diet. They eat the same food. It's just weight changes.
It's what's in it, yeah.
And high fructose corn syrup is like some weird chemical formula that you put in rather than sugar.
It is. I will say, I do think that Europeans do walk just a little bit more than Americans.
Way more. But that's
So-
because we have walkable cities. I didn't appreciate why Americans don't walk anywhere until I went over there.
Yeah, everything's so far away from each other.
Well, it's not even that. You don't have the pedestrian places built into the city. There isn't pavements all over everywhere.
At least in Florida, and I mean Vegas is a little more walkable, but if you go to places like New York and like major cities, it is a bit more walkable than
Florida's not very walkable. Orlando, yes, but you don't really want to walk around certain parts in Orlando. Not too safe. The resort area, sure, like where the theme parks are and everything, but it's not. That's something I noticed because I'm not like I'll drive places, but I love like living where I could just like walk to a store. And where I am right now, it's not really like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, unless you're out in the sticks in the UK, basically anyway, you're going to be near a supermarket that's walkable.
Yeah.
It's just all over the place.
Yeah. But we're getting to that time. What do you guys have going on? X-Ray, what are you doing this week?
Typical stuff. Extra girl everywhere. Follow me. I will say one more thing that I thought was hilarious. When I went to Ireland, the organic food was cheaper than foods that were inorganic, whereas in America it's the opposite. Of course, organic is more expensive. Isn't that so strange?
That's strange even here. Organic's normally more just because like pests and stuff eat it.
At least in Ireland, it seemed like organic foods were cheaper. Wild.
Probably tastes better.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah. What about you, Disparu? What videos you got coming out?
Last video was about Desert Warrior, which is probably going to be the biggest flop of the year. $150 million budget, $500,000 opening weekend. Anthony Mackie nails it out of the park, hits it out of the park again. Next video is going to be about Mark Ruffalo and his Safe Rebellion. How he always pitches himself as this activist fighting against the man, while accidentally supporting every single mainstream topic that's ever existed in Hollywood.
I love how his video with from Fantastic Four is like resurfacing with her like touching him all around the neck. Vanessa Kirby. Ugh. Things I don't need to remember.
Oh, that's Pedro Pascal. Did I say that? I meant Mark Ruffalo. I don't know if I said Pedro Pascal.
I don't know. I thought of Pedro Pascal. Anyways, my bad.
Well,
I got that
it's
wrong.
a very similar thing. Pedro Pascal also follows very safe because a lot of it is about just Hollywood in general. Like the amount of open letters they have, so they can have thousands of them. No one takes any blame for standing against anybody. It's they always pitch themselves as revolutionaries when really they are the people that support every single mainstream cause which has ever existed.
Oh, you did say Ruffalo, but I thought Pedro Pascal for some reason. They're one and the same.
He's also a weird creep, so it works.
Yeah. Well, this week I'm going to finally be finishing Mouse PI Tuesday. I tried finishing it Friday, but I had a few hours left and I had to go. So I'm like, okay, let's just stop it here and get, one more streaming of it. I'll finish it on it's going to be Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. And Shane, before we leave, with the 2 shoulders. Thank you, Shane. Oh, hold on. What do you got? What are you laughing at?
Tinkerbell versus Taco Bell.
Oh my
that just appeared in my feed just right at the end.
That's hilarious.
Why?
That's hilarious. And real quick before I go, I actually have hopefully it becomes a bigger partnership, but I'm working with 221B Tactical. They have these bags, and I forgot to bring it up earlier in the show. They're amazing. Like for travel, are you kidding me? I'm using this for everything now. It's got all these compartments. But anyways, if you've seen it, I did like a little short that was funny of me walking around with it. Kara was walking around with me and was laughing. She's like, "Look how cute you are," because that thing is like, you guys saw it at MegaCon.
Yeah.
But if you use
It's
code
like you could
Rebellion,
probably climb inside it and use it as a tent.
if you use code Rebellion on there, you get a free patch. And I think I have to actually ask and make sure, but I think you get like a percentage off, but don't quote me on that. But the bag is worth it. I'm going to use it for cons all the time, like especially for like cosplays. I could throw it in there, all the compartments, and it's cool. But it is really, really big. But I love it. Check out their site. They're really good guys. Suresh is great. I've met him a few times. I don't know if X-Ray's met him, but he's awesome.
Oh, I met him.
Suresh is really cool.
Movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, Suresh is good people, and he's
he's very tall. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yes, and it is bigger on the inside. Everyone's like, they want me to do a video where I get inside of the bag, and it actually might work. But all right, guys,
I'm gonna carry you.
That's what they want to do. People were like, "Can you guys do a Luke and Yoda moment?" And we might the next time we see each other because it might work out. That'd be so funny. But all right, guys, I'm actually gonna send you over to Jay. They're playing Sea of Thieves without me, and I'm not sad at all or anything about it.
Wow, thanks.
Thanks a lot. Just kicking out the Pirate Queen. I'm kidding, but go say hi.
Windrose is better than that game.
I'm gonna play it. I can't wait to. I mean, I've done the demo, but Windrose, that's another thing on my list to hopefully start next week. But all right, I'm gonna end. Go say hi. Bye.
Bye.
So